Today, Skanda Sashti Mahotsavam, 6th day, the main day, Lord Subramanya, Kartikeya, completion of Sadashiva, completed his avataric mission, fulfilled the avataric mission of slaying the demon Suravatma, Tarakasura. The demons of those days who were harassing Devatas and enlightened beings, Rishis and Munis, were destroyed by Kartikeya and Subramanya, Skanda, Kartikeya, Subramanya, Skanda, who is completion of Sadashiva himself. The story is beautiful. Story, he destroys those demons and transforms those energies, makes them as his vehicle and victory flag. The attack done on him, he transforms that itself as a brand for him after victory, after his victory. He conquers and converts the attack into a powerful energies to support him. It is not actually vada, means destruction in a way. He conquers and brings those energies under his control to support him in his mission. It's one of the most beautiful scenes described in our Puranas. Subramanya is completion of Sadashiva in all his glory, in all his powers, in all his auspiciousness, in all his qualities, in all his compassion. Vedamata did not know how to sing the glory of Subramanya. She just chants 3 times, Subramanyavoham, 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 and bows down to Subramanya. Because she says, any other gods, I can sing the glory through my tongue, but Subramanya, my saliva cannot make his glory wet. It cannot be sung by any words. Absolute power, absolute knowledge, absolute consciousness, and ultimate, infinite. All the glories, possibilities, powers, and qualities of Sadashiva expresses itself completely in Subramanya. As I said, he is the Lord of victory. He is the Lord of victory. Ishwaratva means power of leading, power of ruling, power of being ahead. Listen carefully. Ishwaratva is one of the 8 important powers. Only when you become Ishwara of your life, you will have completion. For example, any small thing can lead to incompletion if you are not Ishwara of it. One of my disciples was very reluctant to take sannyas. I saw he has an amazing qualification. I was trying to find out what is the reason when he has all the qualification, he was a little reluctant. Then I found out all his small cute desires, like walking in the street, having a cup of coffee, freedom to go, what he thinks is, instead of the word freedom, I think I should use the word choice to go and lie down in the beach. I was laughing, yes. Even the small decisions, if you are not Ishwara, it leads to incompletion. Prime Minister, even if he wants, he will not be able to walk in the platform, be like ordinary person, because security, a lot of things involved. But being in the street and lying in the beach and just ordinary things alone is not the purpose of his life. I'll give you an example. Even sometimes I feel, I used to be just lying all alone with one small blanket in the railway platforms, sleeping in the railway platforms in the night, happily morning getting up and sitting, covering that blanket, and 2-3 other coolies and porters will come and light the fire for the early morning cold, to manage the cold, sitting with them, and then the chai will come, chaiwala will bring chai, and having a chai. All these were great, sweet, beautiful moments of my life. But I don't miss them because I decided to give up that. For the responsibility I have taken, I will not be able to do that. And one more thing, one day it is a cute thing, but that is not my life's purpose. Second day it will be boring. Understand? Choices are something which will bring boredom in few days. Freedom is something which will keep you powerful forever. But if you mix and mess, listen carefully. Choices are brought to you, Freedom, you bring it to you. That's a big difference. I gave up many of my choices, but I brought freedom to myself. Freedom is realizing your life's mission and living it. Realizing your life's mission and living it. Choices are not freedom. Listen carefully to this story. You need to internalize this story. Tons of people miss even their purpose of life for small choices. When I was about to leave the house once for all to do my mission, my family sat around me and said, first thing they said, you will miss Arunachala going around the hill. It was a very valid reason because I was just in love with Arunachala and it's like a lifeline for me. Whether something is happening in the temple or something is happening in the Arunachala town. But I realized that is not going to be purpose of my existence. Just sitting there is not going to be fulfilling my purpose. I need to create thousands of temples like that. I took my birth there to have training, not to stay there. I have to create thousands of temples. If I am sitting there, I will not be creating. Listen carefully. Sometimes the juicy choices pose as if they are freedom, but they are not. Freedom means every single decision is by you. Ishwaratva, only that brings completion. Listen carefully. Many times, the choices which you think as freedom was inserted into you by the advertisement and promotions, or the others' opinions, false views, wrong remembrance. Please understand, you always think your college hostel period was a golden period of your life. But actually when you were living there, you were so much all the time afraid of the warden and the whole life was hell. You just want to get out and get a job as early as possible. This is what I call wrong remembrance. Which was not joy, you remember it as joy because you forgot how it was originally when you lived. Always the wrong remembrance of the past makes you take wrong decisions about future. I have seen. I'll give the essence, listen. 1. Choice is not freedom. 2nd, choice or freedom. Everything has to be from your decision. Only then you will be in the space of completion. 3rd, when you start making your decision about everything, what you give up, you will not feel missing that. I am not feeling I am missing my morning chai and night sleeping alone in the railway platforms. That was a beautiful moment, no doubt, but that was not my purpose. So when I assume the responsibility of the purpose, not missing the choices is Ishwaratva. Listen. Assuming, fitting yourself into your own shoes, life's purpose, and because of that maturity, not missing the so-called choices brings Ishwaratva to you. I have seen many people, useless, stupid, wrong remembrance, reasoning choices. Listen. Wrong remembrance reasoning. When you are in college, you think your school days were golden period. When you are in the job, you think your hostel days were golden. No. Wrong remembrance. When actually you were in the hostel, you had so much of fear of warden and whatnot. It was not golden, as you remember. Yes, you may be having some photographs of your tourism tour and vacation with your friends, where you guys are smiling. Yes, photo shows all of you are smiling. Only if you remember, look back, dig deep, you will understand with how many of them you had incompletions and fight, and you have to put up the smile. Photos are great to tell your history to others, but if you yourself dig out, it may not be true. It may not be your real experience. So understand, many times when choices, multiple choices, try to pose itself as your freedom, you need to understand multiple choices is not the purpose of your life. Fitting into the shoes of your purpose of life is freedom. I think if you do an assignment on this, only then you will understand how many times, instead of fitting into the shoes of your life's purpose, you decided to retain the multiple choices as freedom. Understand? The biggest delusion with which humanity is suffering now is multiple choices are being believed as freedom. You think multiple choices are freedom. In gadgets, multiple choice. In relationships, multiple choice. Place to live, multiple choice. Vehicle to drive, multiple choice. Jewelry to wear, multiple choice. Food to eat, multiple choice. Clothes to wear, multiple choice. You call that as a freedom? No. No. Ability to stand up to your life's purpose with completion is freedom. Yes. Sleeping in the platform, early morning sipping chai and having a fire is great. But there are tons of beggars doing that every day. Am I born for that? Understand? Fitting into your responsibility with completion is Ishwaratva. That's a method for Ishwaratva. Listen. Vak Siddhi. Vak Shakti. Shakti is the right word. Vak Shakti is a power. Integrity is the technique to manifest that power. Mano Shakti is the power. Authenticity is the methodology, technique to manifest that power. Ishwaratva is a power. Ishwaratva Shakti is a power. Responsibility with completion is the technique for it. Every jiva comes with the software of Ishwaratva. Understand? Every jiva is programmed. He carries the seed of Ishwaratva in him. Every jiva, every soul carries. Every jiva, every soul carries the program of Ishwaratva. The unique equation it carries to construct the reality of your choice. Let me define responsibility once more. Please listen. I am defining responsibility. Living and responding means thinking, feeling, acting, cognizing to life from the truth that you are the source of everything. Therefore, you are responsible for all happenings inside you and around you. Please listen. Thinking, feeling, acting, responding, cognizing from the truth you are the source of everything. Listen. I am neither talking to you some corporate values and principles, nor talking to you what some rishis have uttered in some Upanishads. I am talking to you directly which I experienced, which you have to experience. I am talking from the context of being responsible for making you responsible. Please be very clear. The person who talks as only one reason of making you responsible, I am responsible to make you experience responsibility as I experienced. Person with eye is responsible to give vision to a blind person. Person with wealth is responsible to guide poor man to wealth. Person with power is responsible to make powerless people to become powerful. Person with energy is responsible to make energyless people with energy. Person with knowledge is responsible to make ignorant people knowledgeable. If you have knowledge, the moment you have knowledge, you become responsible to make ignorant knowledgeable. If you are powerful, you become responsible to make powerless powerful. If you are wealthy, you become responsible to make poor wealthy. Listen, I am not saying distribute your wealth. If you are having 10 poor people and you distribute all your wealth to the 10 poor people, we will have 11 poor people, that's all. With you, we will have 11 poor people. One more poor person. No. I am not asking you to distribute your wealth, but take responsibility of educating them and making them rich. Anything you own, you become responsible to share it. Make it grow. Vedic tradition beautifully says, Annam Bahuguruvita. Let us create and share. This is the vision statement I have given for all the Annalayas getting started all over the world. All the satsangis should know I have initiated a project of sharing food all over the world, because sharing food is Vedic culture. We are agriculture society. Vedic tradition is grain-based society, grain-based civilization. So sharing was our lifestyle. That is why no ritual, no festival, no celebration is complete in Indian tradition without sharing food. Annam Bahuguruvita. When you own, you become responsible to make everyone own. Because I own responsibility, I own the responsibility of making everyone own the responsibility. There are only two types of human beings. Listen. People who feel responsible become leaders. People who don't feel responsible continue to be slaves. There are some people don't feel responsible even for their own actions because they forgot their action is going to bring this result. Many times, even when they plan for business, they only plan if it fails, whom they will hold responsible. They don't plan to make it successful. Holding somebody responsible is not going to solve your problem. Plan for success. Don't do, when you plan itself, if you get an idea, if this fails, what to do? Immediately you think, I'll hold him responsible. But you holding him responsible is not going to bring you success. While the thought comes, I'll hold him responsible, cut it. Holding anybody responsible is not going to solve the issue. See to it he is educated to make things successful. If you think you can hold somebody responsible, you think you have planned perfectly. Raise your hand. You are wrong. Holding somebody responsible is not going to make the work happen. Listen. Work not done plus valid reason is not equivalent to work done. Work not done plus valid reason is not equivalent to work done. Work done is only equivalent to work done. Anything else is not equivalent to work done. There are some people who work. The only thing they know how to manipulate the boss. That's all. How to answer the boss. How to manipulate the boss. How to stop the boss pushing him. That's all. With that only one thing, they spend their whole life and retire also. Of course, the day they join the work and the day they learn this art of not allowing anybody to make them feel responsible, they are retired. Retirement does not happen. It is not decided based on the day you stop going to the office. It is based on the day you stop taking responsibility. You become responsible to make everyone responsible. Listen, there are some category who don't take responsibility even for the actions they do or they are supposed to do, even for their own existence. Because the actions they did not visualize the results are going to come this way. They don't take responsibility even for their own actions. Second, there are few people who take responsibility for their action. People who don't take responsibility even for their own action remain a slave forever. People who take responsibility for their action live as human beings, a middle class life, one house, one car, one wife, 2 kids, maybe one affair somewhere. A middle class life, what I call neo middle class, happening in India. Life lived as mediocre, middle level, is not going to be fulfilling. There is another one class. People who take responsibility even for others' actions. When you take responsibility even for others' actions, others' irresponsibility, you become leader. Even if you are not reason for certain happening, if it is affecting you, only if you take the responsibility you will solve it. I'll tell you from my own experience. All the attack, persecution done on me is done by the group of atheists. I am not responsible for the atheism spreading. 30 years before my birth, it started spreading in Tamil Nadu. I am not directly reason, but I am going to take the responsibility to eradicate it. Because it is affecting my life. Listen. I am not reason for atheism spreading, but because it is affecting my life and my mission, now I am responsible to eradicate it. Only when I take responsibility, even for others' action, I'll be able to solve the problem from the root, at the root level. Whatever may be disturbing you and your life's mission, whatever may be disturbing you and your life's mission, even if you are not reason, you are responsible. Listen, being a reason is different, being responsible is different. Many times, even if you are not directly reason, only when you take the responsibility, it is solved. Leaders are created with a DNA of responsibility. Responsibility is the software for leaders' inner space. Again, I wanted to remind you, if an egg is broken from outside, your life is destroyed. It's the end of the life. Life is killed. If an egg is broken from inside, life is happening. Your life starts. If the egg is broken from outside, life ends. If the egg is broken from inside, life starts. If your cognition is broken from outside, you shrink, demolish yourself, destroy, fall into depression. It happens if you are irresponsible. If you stand with responsibility, egg breaks from inside, life starts. Not only take responsibility for your actions, take responsibility for everything which affects your life, even if it is others' actions. Only when you feel, when you decide you are responsible, you will even look into the direction of solving the problem. Only then you will solve the problem. Till then, you will be just blaming, he is responsible, he is responsible, he is responsible, he is responsible. All right, blaming each one is responsible is not going to get you successful. Maybe you can manage your boss, saying, he is responsible, he is responsible, he is responsible. Why we don't take responsibility? First step in our life, if you are receiving 10,000 rupees salary from your office, you think, for the 10,000 I am taking already enough responsibility. Why should I take more responsibility when they are paying only 10,000 to me? Don't be foolish. Taking responsibility is first going to help you to live an expanded life. It is not the favor you are doing for your boss. Listen, first thing you need to understand, the 10,000 which is paid is not equivalent to you and your service. Second, you need to understand, by you not taking the responsibility, you are not destroying your boss's possibility, you are destroying your possibility. It is like you destroy your possibility and you think your boss will be suffering. You drink poison, you expect your boss to die. When you don't take responsibility, you destroy your possibility. First, decide you are going to be in your peak possibility by constantly taking responsibility. Taking responsibility is the right mental setup. It is not that you are doing some favor to somebody by taking responsibility. By taking responsibility, you are doing favor to yourself. It is the greatest favor you do to you. When you break that pattern, why should I take the responsibility? Your life starts. When you build the pattern, why should I take the responsibility? Your death starts. When you stop taking responsibility, even if you are alive, you are not living. You are waiting to be buried.
The best of the cosmos, the best of Paramashiva. He is the ultimate embodiment, the best of Paramashiva's manifestation itself. Subramanya means the best of the cosmos. Subramanya means the one who is the best of the cosmos. Brahmanya's cosmos, who is best. Subramanya is Paramashiva's own perfection. He is the perfection of Paramashiva. He is the embodiment of courage, victory, valor, and strength. Swami says beautifully, Subramanya is the completion of Paramashiva in all his glory, in all his prowess, in all his superconsciousness, in all his auspiciousness, in all his qualities, in all his compassion. He is embodiment of absolute power, absolute knowledge, absolute consciousness, and ultimate infinite glories, possibilities, powers, and qualities of Paramashiva. It completely manifests as Subramanya, the whole his embodiment of victory. Swami told in the session down, right? Swami told about how Ishwaratva means the ability to lead, the power of being able to become a leader, a ruler, like being a head. Only when your consciousness involves with others' life, you will manifest Ishwaratva. Making absolute powerful principles as your inner software and manifesting them in your life is Ishwaratva. When you lead people to Sadashiva, you are empowered by Sadashiva with all his powers. There's a very beautiful reference for Ishwaratva from Sarvajñanataragu. There's a very beautiful Shastra Pramana directly from Sarvajñanataragama, which says, Vijñanamevam samupasya vidvan Vistakayam satatam niyuktaha. Sarvatra guni bhavarna muktaha. Tadharma dharmi bhairanta samastitaha. Which says, upon the constant practice, he reaches a bodiless state and gets established constantly in that state. He reaches all directions and places simultaneously. By the virtue of his bodiless and pervasive nature, he becomes the liberated self, Ishvara. He becomes the possessor of all exalted qualities of Paramashiva, who represents himself simultaneously within and outside the universe, replete with movable and immovable existence. This is exactly what Bhagavān Subramanya represents. So, what does Subramanya mean? Why is Subramanya so significant for all of us? Today, on this very day of Skanda Shashti, we're all learning about Bhagavān Subramanya, and it has tremendous significance. Understand, today the energy of Subramanya is intensely available. Every one of us who meditate and connect to Bhagavān Subramanya, we start manifesting his Ananta Kalyana Gunas, his auspiciousness and his qualities. Subramanya is actually, if you see, the way Paramashiva was described is with 5 faces, Panchamukha. But Subramanya is Shanmukha, 6 faces. You may wonder what Paramashiva has 5 faces, why Subramanya is having 6 faces. Even the unmanifest, because the 6th face of Paramashiva is unmanifest, Adhomukha. And Subramanya is the manifest along with that unmanifest form. He's a manifest of even that unmanifest form of Paramashiva. That is why he's Shanmukha, the one with the 6 faces. So understand, when we are connecting to this energy of Bhagwan Subramanya, he embodies victory, he embodies courage, he embodies strength, he embodies valor. Anywhere in life where you're stuck with self-doubt, self-hatred, all of it, you will simply see it will just break. But here Swamiji gave a very beautiful example. Do you all remember? How many of you remember what Swamiji revealed in this? About the incident about freedom. Can I request each of you to share? Yes. What Swamiji revealed about this person who wanted to take sannyas and who had his own idea of freedom? Yes, I see some of you posting. Everyone I request to type and post. If you understand, Swamiji gave a very clear understanding in that about how the small things, just the pleasure of being able to eat an ice cream. Because of that, you don't want to get enlightenment. You feel like if you're enlightened, you can't eat ice creams. That is delusion. That is Maya. That is how Maya convinces you to take some steps and actions.
How many of you are catching this? Because catching this is too important. How many of you are understanding about what is this Ishwaratva dimension of Subramanya? And what should we, when we say manifesting Bhagavān Subramanya's qualities to us, how should we manifest that? What do you understand?
And also, every one of you, take a few minutes, write down, pen down what decisions. See, Swamiji was explaining, right? The small ideas of pleasure that we carry. We forsake the purpose of our life for the small ideas of the pleasure. You will be able to understand it even more in depth when you look in and identify and analyze all the places where you have made a decision based on your temporary understanding or a temporary idea of what is right and what is wrong. Based on that, made permanently damaging or life-changing decisions.
Swamiji shared from Swamiji's own life. When I was about to leave my house once for all at 16 to do my mission, my family sat around and first thing they said, you will miss Arunachala, going around the hill. It was a very valid reason because I was just in love with Arunachala and it's a lifeline for me. But I realized that it's not going to be the purpose of my existence. Just sitting there is not going to be fulfilling my purpose. My purpose is I need to create thousands of temples like that. I took my birth there to have training, not to stay there. I had to create thousands of temples. Now, how many times have you missed, look and analyze, designed to take responsibility of your life's purpose and live it completely with completion? You will manifest Ishwaratva through you. in our lives, there are things we think that, oh God, if I become this person, if I take responsibility for this, then definitely I won't be able to experience and enjoy all these things. I just wanted to share from my experience. And it's so funny. I shared this so many times. Still, whenever I remember this phase of mine, I don't even feel it's me anymore. It's like I feel that as a totally different person. So this in 2013 is when I met Swamiji. And wow, it's been like 10 years now. So 10 years before I met Swamiji, the day I met Swamiji, actually I joined Guru. So the first time I had no idea who Swamiji was. I had absolutely no idea. I just know that you're going to some ashram. That's all I knew. And at that time, I was a teenager, 13 years old when I first met Swamiji. I was just 13. And I had absolutely no idea about who Swamiji is or how, who Guru for your life. I didn't know any of these things or avatar, nothing I knew about. And my biggest fear at that time was like meeting any master. I used to think, oh God, I would miss out on all these things. Like I had my own ideas about what exactly are some good life or what is, being modern. I was having my own ideas of all of these things. And my fear was that what will happen if I actually become a spiritual person, I would miss out on all these things. This was my fear. So first time when I met Swamiji, the whole experience itself was just something completely different. First person, as soon as I entered Adinam, I saw was Swamiji. In the gate itself, I saw Swamiji. Swamiji's car had passed. Actually, Swamiji looked through the window and Swamiji blessed and went. That's the first time I'm seeing Swamiji. And that's the first person I saw the moment we were entering Adinam. And the moment I saw Swamiji, something in me, it was like a very strong cognition that Swamiji is God. Swamiji is God. I don't know why I had it as such a strong cognition. And it was not even like I was thinking, oh, because of so and so reasons, nothing like that. My immediate response inside was, oh my God, if I meet Swamiji, if I get Swamiji's blessings, then I may forever be here as a sannyasi. I don't know why no one spoke to me about sannyasi. That's like first time I'm seeing Swamiji. I had no clue about any of these things. I didn't know about sannyasi. I didn't know about, we can live as a Gurukul. I didn't know any of these things. But somehow the first fear, it's like not even anything else. I'm just like having a fear in me, saying that, oh my God, what will happen? I'll just then probably stay there itself. It was like a fear I had. I had the same cognition of I may miss out on all these things. I may miss out on my school friends. I might miss out on going to shopping, going to movies, or living a life of how a teenager dream would be. That kind of things. Like now when I remember, I feel like laughing. But that time I felt those to be very real and very serious. That was my cognition. So we came to this, came to the Adinam. We were sitting in the satsang hall where Swamiji was giving the satsang. Right after that, we had an energy darshan. Like with Swamiji, Sarvadarshan. So Swamiji himself will be walking. Both sides, all the devotees would be standing in a big queue. Swamiji himself will be walking in the middle, and Swamiji will be blessing both sides. Each one, Swamiji let them to read their letters and give them like chikkis are like peanut candies. It will be in a square type. It's an Indian sweet. So Swamiji will give like so many chikkis or apples, vibhuti, like there's many things. Swamiji just shower people with gifts and bless every single person. So they're like standing in queue, and for me, I don't know why I was having like a strong fear in me. If I get blessings, or if I, if I'm here, if I'm starting to listen to this, if I'm starting to get involved in this. Something in me told that I will just become a sannyasi over there, so I do not want that. This is like the first time, and because I didn't know anything about it, and no one even told me. So this is like a fear I was having inside. And then this is continuing. Swamiji is coming. Swamiji comes, and I didn't have any prayer or anything. Like I didn't write down. I didn't know that at that time. So I was just standing like this, like a random girl just standing. Swamiji is coming. Swamiji blessed, and Swamiji said that you'll be there. You'll be with me or something like that. I was shocked hearing those words because I didn't even ask that as a boon or anything. And Swamiji gave that. And on top of that, Swamiji took so many chikkis and gave to me. I used to love chikkis a lot. And I had this understanding that if you go to God, and if God is blessing any, like, when you're doing puja, you offer the naivedya. And so it's an offering of food, and then God is blessing it. It becomes a prasadam for you. And I had a very strong cognition that through that, God will enter inside you. This was my cognition. And Swamiji is blessing, and Swamiji gave me the chikkis. So many chikkis Swamiji gave me. And I took them all, and it was a very clear cognition running in me. I was like, this is God giving me this. And if I eat this chikki, he'll enter inside me. And definitely I'll be here only. And I'm so afraid I do not want that. This is the first thing that was running inside me. So I took all those chikkis that Swamiji gave, and I packed it up and kept it aside. I was like, I'm not going to eat it till I'm here, because if I'm here and if I eat it, what will happen suddenly? I'll just join this Adinam. So I do not want that. So I packed it and I kept it aside. So then we were like about to go. Satsang got over, darshan got over. So we were just about to go, and we saw suddenly there was a huge, like a very beautiful place. There's like a rock on which children are standing, jumping, playing. So a few
Paramashivoham Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham Mahadeva, teach us to Subramanya Sarvajnanotrahama. Why it is called Sarvajnanotrahama? Please understand. The Mahadeva's seat is called Sarvajnapita. So, essence of everything he taught through the 5 phases. Satyocharam, Tatpurusham, Vamadevam, Aghoram, Ishanam. Through all the 5 phases. Through 4 phases, he revealed 4 Vedas. Through the 5th phase, all the Agamas. The essence of all that is Sarvajnanotrahama. The essence of the Sarvajnanotrahama is reminding Subramanya the experience of Shivoham. Once Subramanya experiences that, he was made to sit in that seat of Sarvanyapita. That is why the Agama is called Sarvanyanotragama. And after teaching Subramanya, please understand, when you learn from the teacher, 1 quarter you learn. When you discuss among the friends, you learn the next 25%. When you ask him questions and get clarified, you learn the next 25%. Only when you start teaching, you learn the last 25%. So, first, all the 25, 70% is done. Mahadeva taught to Subramanya, 25%. Subramanya discussed with his friends, 25%. Subramanya asked questions from Mahadeva and learned 25%. Now Subramanya has to teach and learn the last 25%. He says, don't waste time in finding a student. Come on, sit. I will listen. I will learn from you and get the next 25% also. That is why in Swami Malai, Bhagavan becomes disciple. Sadashiva becomes a student. And Subramanya learns to teach and gets that last 25%, becomes perfect Jnana Skanda Gurunathan. He sat in the Sarvanyapita. He made Subramanya to sit in the Sarvanyapita. Now he decided. Teacher Mahadeva, student Mahadeva, student Subramanya, teacher Subramanya, all the 4 to assume one body and fill the same Sarvanyapita. Teacher Mahadeva, student Mahadeva, student Subramanya, and teacher Subramanya. Beautifully, the Agama describes, it seems Mahadeva had Subramanya on his right shoulder. So Subramanya was teaching. Suddenly he moved him to the left shoulder. Subramanya asked, why? Am I heavy? He said, no, I want your mother also to listen to you. Because this side belongs to her. I want your mother to know how beautifully you are teaching. I heard enough. Now I want your mother to know how beautifully you are teaching. Because the left belongs to her, Devi. He moved him to the left shoulder. That's the way he made Subramanya as perfect master. In that Sarvanyanotragama, he beautifully describes Subramanya not only after the experience, even before starting the practice. You are me, I am you. And he uses the word. If somebody believes at one time there will be duality and the other time there will be oneness, they are fools and they will never reach the oneness. Only who understands, even while you practice, oneness is the reality. It may not have become reality for you, but that is the reality. Only those people achieve oneness, experience oneness. Understand, yoga meditation reduces 43% of medical expenses. The recent Harvard University's research. I tell you, realizing the truth, all diseases are hoax, reduces 90% of medical expenses. HOAX. H for hero. I thought of spelling it out once more. Anyhow, Mahadeva perfects Subramanya as the master, not only by teaching, making him talk, and by listening, by becoming his own student. So in this whole training process, the essence of what he taught in Sarvanyanotragama, even when you have not experienced, the truth is the truth is the truth, that is Shivoham. Sohamasmi. Manifesting Subramanya's being in you. Decide forever, I will never question my Guru. That's what exactly I told Paramashiva. Actually, with Paramashiva, I relate more as Guru. Because the most intimate experience I had with Paramashiva is when he came as Arunagiri Yogeshwara. That's the ultimate, intimate experience I had. So even now when I remember Paramashiva, I remember only as Arunagiri Yogeshwara. I said, I will never question my Guru. That's sealed. The Satya of my Guru and Satya of my Guru. Reality of my Guru, possibility of my Guru. No question about it. I only question the Pasu and Pasa. What way I am supposed to become more responsible to tune myself to your vision for me? How can I manifest your vision more? Be more responsible, be more integrated to you, be more authentic to you. That's it. Make me understand in my language. I am here all out 100% with ferocious Tyaga to burn myself, to drop myself at your feet and burn myself in your energy. And with this ferocious Tyaga, I am here to become part of your larger vision. That's it. That's it. I am here only to question Pashu and Pasa about bondage and bound soul. Over. Nothing else. Nothing else. From where you start matters. From where you start matters. And how you start matters.
Today, just sit with this one cognition. List down at least 25 times when you questioned the Pati, Paramashiva, and destroyed your life. List at least 25 incidents when you questioned the Guru and destroyed your life. Pen down 25 times you did that. And bring yourself to completion to this one powerful cognition. No question of questioning Guru. Question only Pasu and Pasa, never Pati. I run out your whole inner space today with this one powerful cognition. Come to the Subramanya consciousness. Then you can receive Sarvajnanotralama. I still remember this one incident. In Indian villages, they will give the donkey milk, Erdapal, for a very strong voice, metallic voice, Vingalapural. For that, they will rub the donkey's milk, Erdapal, in the tongue. There's another one poison called Kalipal. If you give Kalipal to the kids, kids will die. There are some places where they want to get rid of their kids, they will give the Kalipal. Kalipal will kill the kids. These are the traditional poisons. Kalipal, these are the traditional poisons. This Kalipal is very healthy to make the voice very strong. When they are doing certain process to make my voice very metallic and strong, actually, please understand, I can speak for 20 hours a day from morning till night and the voice will be same. See all my video recordings of the classes, whether I am speaking early morning 4 o'clock or I am speaking late night 2 o'clock. Continuously, it will be same because it was done by them. They did it. My gurus have done it. So in my Guru Kupama, when she was applying that Kaldapal, she added some herbs and then started applying in my tongue. And Isaki Swami and Bhagavad Yogi, both of them insisted that she adds certain poisonous herbs like a Aralivada and this Kalipal. She was asking why. Certain quantity means very less quantity, processed. Like in one copper needle, they applied the Aralivada poison and the Kalipal and showed it in the fire, almost like a processing it, breaking its poisonous qualities, but adding it to the Kalipal, that milk which was being given to me as a medicine. They were adding. Actually, Bhagavad Yogi and Isaki Swami insisted that this gets added. So it used to be done every day. One best thing I received from Paramashiva is I will never question my gurus. Not even 1 second I will think. See, in front of me, they talk to each other. And I know Aralivada is a poison. What they are mixing is a poison. I have heard it many times that people die when they are given Aralivada or when they are given the Kalipal. Neither I will have 1 second reluctance, nor I will ask for explanation. Nothing. I will just stretch my tongue. I will just sitting and waiting. But it's eager. That's all I tell. I will only tell that quickly apply it on the tongue. How long I can be sitting with open tongue hanging. That's all I tell. Neither doubt, nor question, not even explanation. So slowly every day they will increase the dosage. One day suddenly I saw tears in Raghunath Yogi's eyes. That was little because he's a very strong, real man. I never bothered about they are playing poison every day in my tongue. But these tears shook me. I asked, what happened, Swamiji? He said, no, I'm so happy. Now nobody can poison you. Anyone poisons also, the poison will be only cleansed. You can detox yourself and the system will be cleansed, but you won't die. Because they built the system such a way that no poison can kill the body, can kill it. They said, no poison can kill you anymore. The system is now thoroughly built that not only you are ready for the metallic stone voice, no poison can touch you. I used to wonder why they have prepared me with so many layers of protection. All of you understand, when you go to a temple, remember, gods are manifesting in the deities. Our ancestors, rishis, they know how to make gods birth as deities. Gods don't have birth death, but our ancestors know how to make the god manifest as deities. Again and again, bringing integrity to the words you utter empowers you, makes you manifest multiple powers. Kailasa functions in the space of integrity. Anybody wants to be part of the Kailasa should make integrity as their life. I have seen with integrity, you will see miracles in the life. Life is miracles. Logic of superconsciousness is integrity. Guru's love grounds you and evolves you in integrity. Understand? Guru's love gives you such extraordinary trust on life. Even when devotees asked me, Swamiji, how can Kalabhairava allow your body to be poisoned? I tell you, really, I did not even have the question towards Kalabhairava. I told the devotees, hey, how do we know his great plans are? He has not allowed me to die. Not only he has completely healed me, detoxed me, he has given me the gift of his great Kayakalpa science to live as long as I want. Understand? How do we know the great plans of Paramashiva? This kind of a grounding, please listen carefully. Missing link of your logic is not confusion or chaos, it is magic. If you have a trust and grounded on Paramashiva, understand? Because I am grounded in Paramashiva. Any missing link comes in front of me, only I feel like a magic of Paramashiva. I don't feel that as, some problem, chaos, confusion. No. I know it is magic, it's Paramashiva's work. Maybe next few hours or few days, few weeks, I will know why he did what he did. But I am not interested in questioning him. I'll be a chaste disciple. He will reveal when needed to be revealed. This is today's powerful cognition. Listen. The essence of today's satsang, powerful cognition. Guru's love grounds you and grows you in integrity. This great blessing and stability comes from intense feeling connection with the Guru. The sincerity to Guru makes you absolutely sincere to life positivity. See what I am? I'm just extreme life positivity. In every situation, how can be life positive? How can be life positive? How can be life romantic, life loving, life intense, life sweet, life intimate, life passionate, life manifesting? In every moment, I will only look in that direction. I tell you. How, when I remember Arunagiri Yogeshwara, he puts a wide smile on my face. Same way, each one of you put a sweet white smile on me. Arunagiri Yogeshwara, for giving the best things. He puts wide smile on my face. All of you. For receiving the best things from me and celebrating this great sharing with me, you all put the same wide smile on my face. Create a powerful cognition, invoking the supreme power, Paramashiva in you, and unclutch from everything you experience as you and world. Listen, this is the direct, most powerful technique, method for you to manifest the being of Paramashiva. First, create the Satya Sankalpa, prayer, deep prayer, Satya Sankalpa, invoking Paramashiva. Oh my Lord, Paramashiva, the supreme power of the universe, supreme power of the cosmos, the most supreme existence. Please manifest yourself in me. He expects only one thing from you. You requesting him, not even praying, just requesting him, please manifest through me. That's all. He's waiting. He's as much in love with you as much as you are in love with him. Just simple request. Please, can you manifest yourself in me? Offering this request, decide to uncatch everything you know as you and the world and anything you know. Absolute, supreme uncatching. I want to tell you this one thing. Raghunath Yogi is a great yogi. Very rare to see his bhakti dimension. He is very secretive about his devotion, bhakti dimension. Once he and me, we both went to my aunt's village. He took me to a temple which is in my aunt's village. That village is called Kuvanur. We went to one Vishnu temple, it's called Adi Thiruvarangam, and then another one Shiva temple which is in the village Kuvanur. We went to both the temples and we stayed 1 or 2 days with my aunt, primastic aunt. And he used to stay in the temple, and I'll stay in the house and go also to temple to be with him. And few days, one of my aunt's relative, of course, my pre-monastic relative also, his name is Paramashivam. He had two wives. One wife is from Tiruvannamalai. First wife did not have a child, so they did a second marriage. In those days, it's a tradition. When first wife doesn't have a child, they will have a second marriage. But after the second wife came and second wife gave birth to a child, first wife also gave birth to a child. So they both lived happily. That's not a big problem. Maybe some problems will be there, usual household issues, but there is no big issue. They both lived in the same house. But the second wife is a very sweet person. She will always keep herself very happy and very matured and such a welcoming way, not only for her husband, for the whole family. So when we went there, he came to that second wife's house. She gave food for me and my guru, and she took care of everyone. After we came to temple, Raghupada Yogi told me, understand how she keeps herself happy, makes everyone feeling welcomed. Keep your heart like that same way for Paramashiva. Always make sure you are the second wife for him, who is waiting for him to come to your heart to reside. Never ever any complaining or ill feeling or incompletion can enter into your heart. He gave a very beautiful example. It's very rare Raghupada Yogi talks about bhakti because he is a great yogi. I have heard only the teachings of yoga from him. Very rarely I heard the teachings related to bhakti. And this was very beautiful and strong instruction. From that time, I always keep my heart as a space for Paramashiva. When he comes, no questions asked. It's a place where he enjoys. I am in absolute peace, bliss, joy, just to make Paramashiva feel welcomed in my heart. The saucha of the body means cleanliness of the body, hygiene of the body. Santosha of the heart, both to invite Paramashiva, welcome Paramashiva, and for him to be happy, blissful. Ultimate manifestation of Paramashiva's Somaskanda Murti, Sishyabhava Murti. I bless you all with Paramadvaita. Understand? Today's unique initiation is Ajayatva, invincibility. I'll give you the deeper dimensions of invincibility. Never organizations. Any Christian who tithing means all of you understand me. Giving the percentage of their earning, I think they give dasana vada, 1/10 to the church. All those Christians who regularly tithe, who give 1/10 of their earning to church, they all live a rich life. You will be surprised. You will be thinking, how? If you give money, actually you should be having less. That is not the, in reality. Today's unique initiation is Ajayatva, invincibility. I'll give you the deeper dimensions of invincibility. Never questioning the pati is one aspect. always rejuvenating ourselves. Always rejuvenating ourselves. Listen intensely. Third, you should understand deeply. Meaning, our success is a habit. Be very clear. If you break early morning laziness, wake up in Brahma Muhurta and start doing yoga, I guarantee you will break all your boredom patterns, non-involvement in your business and career. You will have a big breakthrough. It may not look logical superficially. If you practice, you will understand. Success is habit. A person who wakes up in Brahma Muhurta, does yoga, develops the habit of success inside them. The will persistence overpowers you, then your tiredness, boredom, the toxic non-involvement, victimhood, whining, all those patterns. Listen. At least 7 top US university studies I read. US universities have studied the Christians who are teaching their churches regularly. Listen. Christians who are teaching their churches. There are many denominations, many different church organizations. Any Christian who means all of you should understand, giving the percentage of their earning, I think they give Dasamavada, 1/10 to the church. All those Christians who regularly tip to give 1/10 of their earning to church, they all live a rich life. You will be surprised. You will be thinking, how? If you give money, actually you should be earning less. That is not the, in reality, the logic of life is different. When they tip to their church, naturally, they create a community feeling, the ecosystem. It does so many good to their inner space in so many levels. Like regularly they attend church, regularly they read their spiritual teachings, regularly they follow, and they live as a stable family. So many other side effects, after effects. They end up being more richer than the Christians who don't. These are 7 different university studies. It is not only US universities studying about the churches and the Christians who are teaching. I tell you from my experience, all those communities which had the habit of teaching, Jains, BAPS, Swaminarayan Sanstha devotees, Patels, Natukoti Nagarka, Chettiars, Saiva Velaras, the Shaivite, Adishaivite tradition, community people. All these communities have a religious habit of teaching. I have seen my grandfather every day, end of the day, he will see the accounts and take the money, 10% separately and keep it for charity and the temple work, temple related charity. I tell you, this actually made him not only richer, this actually made him feel so good about himself. He was able to break so many patterns because end of the day he knows whatever he makes is going to go for some good work. Listen, feeling good about yourself, your purpose, your existence brings tremendous healing, strength, energy, power inside you. That is what is the source of invincibility. Last 4-5 days, I am having continuous chatting with my global Sarvanyapita head of the regions. So we have all over the world so many Sarvanyapitas. There are so many head of the regions. With many of them, I am having last 3-4 days a continuous interaction. One of the important things I was teaching them, which is useful even for all of you. So I am revealing those teachings to all of you. It was a sacred secret teaching given to them. Not only for them, it will be useful for all of you also in your lives. So I am sharing it with all of you here. Listen. There is no such thing as you cut down on other fields and focus your energy on one field and you achieve success. No. You will people. Start talking to 10 people and enrich them, bring them to PSM or temple and connect, expanding the temple activities. I'll give you experience of it, more than 10 any training workshops. Because what I do is hands-on training. When you start talking to others, enriching others, answering their questions, you will have clarity and you will suddenly feel inspired. You will have so much of energy. The energy of invincibility will start oozing in. At least 7 top US university studies I read. US universities have studied the Christians who are teaching their churches regularly. Listen. Christians who are teaching their churches. There are many denominations, many different church organizations. Any Christian who teaches means all of you should understand, giving the percentage of their earning. I think they give Dasana Bhaga, 1/10 to the church. All those Christians who regularly tip, who give 1/10 of their earning to church, they all live a rich life. You will be surprised. You may be thinking, how? If you give money, naturally you should be having less. That is not the, in reality, the logic of life is different. When they tip to their church, naturally, they create a community feeling, the ecosystem. It does so many good to their inner space in so many levels. Like regularly they attend church, regularly they read their spiritual teachings, regularly they follow, and they live as a stable family. So many other side effects, after effects. They end up being more richer than the Christians who don't tip. These are 7 different university studies. It is not only US universities studying about the churches and the Christians who are tipping. I tell you from my experience, all those communities which had the habit of tipping, Jains, BAPS, Swaminarayan Sons, devotees, Patels, Natukoti Nagarta, Chettias, Saiva Veladars, the Shaivite, Adishaivite tradition, community people. All these communities have a religious habit of tipping. I have seen my grandfather every day, end of the day, he will see the accounts and take the money, 10% separately and keep it for charity and the temple work, temple related charity. I tell you, this actually made him not inside you. That is what is the source of invincibility. Last 4-5 days, I am having continuous chatting with my global, so many other side effects, after effects. They end up being more richer than the Christians who don't tip. These are 7 different university studies. It is not only US universities studying about the churches and the Christians who are tipping. I tell you from my experience, all those communities which had the habit of tipping, Jains, BAPS, Swaminarayan Sons, devotees, Patels, Natukoti Nagarta, Chettias, Saiva Veladars, the Shaivite, Adishaivite tradition, community people. All these communities have a religious habit of tipping. I have seen my grandfather every day, end of the day, he will see the accounts and take the money, 10% separately and keep it for charity and the temple work, temple related charity. I tell you, this actually made him not only richer, this actually made him feel so good about himself. He was able to break so many patterns because end of the day he knows whatever he makes is going to go for some good work. Listen, feeling good about yourself, your purpose, your existence brings tremendous healing, strength, energy, power inside you. That is what is the source of invincibility. Last 4-5 days, I am having continuous chatting with my global Sarvanyapita, head of the regions. Now we have all over the world so many Sarvanyapitas. There are so many head of the regions. With many of them, I am having last 3-4 days a continuous interaction. One of the important things I was teaching them, which is useful even for all of you. So I am revealing those teachings to all of you. It was a sacred, secret teaching given to them. Not only for them, it will be useful for all of you also in your lives. So I am sharing it with all of you here. Listen, there is no such thing as you cut down on other fields and focus your energy on one field and you achieve success. No. You will simply build a team for yourself and you will become a leader. You will become a natural leader. I tell you, our Sangha, Kailasa temples are training grounds for all of you. I have put all the investments and giving you free training. What 10 MBA cannot give, 100 training courses cannot give, I can give you if you just go to our temple and enrich 10 people. Start talking to 10 people and enrich them, bring them to the PSM, our temple and connect, expanding the temple activities. I'll give you experience of it, more than 10 any training workshops. Because what I do is hands-on training. When you start talking to others, enriching others, answering their questions, you will have clarity and you will suddenly feel inspired. You will have so much of energy. That energy of invincibility will start oozing in you. Understand? Success is habit. If you are successful in morning yoga, you will be successful in building Sangha, you will be successful in building your family, you will be successful in building your career, you will be successful in building your spiritual practice, everything. Success is habit. I have seen in our Sangha, the active heads make everything successful around them. Health, family, wealth, career, everything they make it successful. People who try to bargain, negotiate, bring all toxicity, whining, victimhood, whims, all this stupidity. Not only they fail in their temple responsibility, they fail in family, health, career, everything. Success is lifestyle. Success is habit. Every day now we have a live yoga, 7 a.m. Eastern time. I insist that you break your laziness pattern. Start your life by breaking your laziness pattern. Actually, it will be great if you do it 4:30 to 6. I'll launch the 4:30 to 6 yoga for all time zones in different channels. I'm seeing clearly some of the head of the region, head of the temples, when their Facebook page is lost, they don't do anything. They just come and after so many years and I report, oh, our Facebook page got black. Exactly, I see the same thing they are doing with their health. So the non-doing, non-involvement has become a lifestyle. When you wake up and start finding solutions, getting involved, you will find solution for everything. Every person, I asked actually some 10 questions to each of them and they all answered. With that answers I can see very clearly. The person says 4 times our ecosystem, digital ecosystem got destroyed. Why? When first time was collapsing, then second time itself you should have started getting involved, bringing stable people. Making all others only as a volunteers and the password and the key asset should be with the stable people. If you did not do that, you are going to do the same thing with your family. You are going to lose your next generation. I want all of you to know, I was also reading another one study. I will present that study to all of you. NRIs, non-residential Indians, a great, so-called wealthy, richest ethnic community. All of you need to know, I studied university report within next 10 years, 40% of your kids will be formally converted. Means they will leave Hinduism. 40% of the NRIs are going to lose your kids. 40% of them are going to formally get converted. You are not going to have anyone to do Shraddha for you, Pendadarpana for you. You will be a ghost roaming around after your death. Be very clear. And after 20 years, they are saying 90% of the NRI kids are going to leave Hinduism because there is a very aggressive methods in Hindu kids. There are very aggressive methods to convert Hindu kids, but there is no methodology to teach Hindu kids for Hinduism. Nobody is interested. Nobody is involved. So if you guys don't wake up now, you can celebrate. I don't want to utter that word, but I have no other way. Death of Hinduism in the countries where you migrated in 20 years. It's up to you. I can only give you facts, informations. The ABCD, American born confused basis. The ABCD is moving more away from Hinduism. And there is no concerted effort put by any of the Hindu organizations or the Hindu gurus or the Hindu parents. See, the first generation NRIs who moved from India to US, they had deep roots and their parents, grandparents brought them up. But you sitting in US, you are not able to bring your kids up with those same deep roots. ABCDs, that generation is moving away from Hinduism too fast and getting formally converted, legally converted. You guys are so enamored by one house, 2 cars, 2 kids, but not bothered about the great truth. Let the kids do what they want, I will do what I want. No, that doesn't work in the life. Slowly, you will also start losing trust on this great habit. If you are successful in morning yoga, you will be successful in building Sangha, you will be successful in building your family, you will be successful in building your career, you will be successful in building your spiritual practice, everything. Success is habit. I have seen in our Sangha, the active heads make everything successful around them. Health, family, wealth, career, everything they make it successful. People who try to bargain, negotiate, bring all toxicity, whining, victimhood, whims, all this stupidity. Not only they fail in their temple responsibility, they fail in family, health, career, everything. Success is lifestyle. Success is habit. Every day now we have a live yoga, 7 a.m. Eastern time. I insist that you break your laziness pattern. Start your life by breaking your laziness pattern. Actually, it will be great if you do it 4:30 to 6. I'll launch the 4:30 to 6 yoga for all time zones in different channels. I'm seeing clearly some of the head of the region, head of the temples, when their Facebook page is lost, they don't do anything. They just come and after so many years and I report, oh, our Facebook page got blocked. Exactly, I see the same thing they are doing with their health. So the non-doing, non-involvement has become a lifestyle. When you wake up and start finding solutions, getting involved, you will find solution for everything. Every person, I asked actually some 10 questions to each of them and they all answered. With that answers I can see very clearly. The person says 4 times our ecosystem, digital ecosystem got destroyed. Why? When first time was collapsing, then second time itself you should have started getting involved, bringing stable people, making all others only as a volunteers, and the password and the key asset should be with the stable people. If you did not do that, you are going to do the same thing with your family. You are going to lose your next generation. I want all of you to know, I was also reading another one study. I will present that study to all of you. NRIs, non-residential Indians, a great so-called wealthy, richest ethnic community. All of you need to know, I studied university report, within next 10 years, 40% of your kids will be formally converted. Means they will leave Hinduism. 40% of the NRIs are going to lose your kids. 40% of them are going to formally get converted. You are not going to have anyone to do Shraddha for you, Tenda Darpana for you. You will be a ghost roaming around after your death. Be very clear. And after 20 years, they are saying 90% of the NRI kids are going to leave Hinduism because there is a very aggressive methods. Hindu kids. There are very aggressive methods to convert Hindu kids, but there is no methodology to teach Hindu kids for Hinduism. Nobody is interested. Nobody is involved. So if you guys don't wake up now, you can celebrate. I don't want to utter that word, but I have no other way. Death of Hinduism in the countries where you migrated. In 20 years, it's up to you. I can only give you the facts, informations. The ABCD, American born confused basis. The ABCD is moving more away from Hinduism. And there is no concerted effort put by any of the Hindu organizations or the Hindu gurus or the Hindu parents. See, the first generation NRIs who moved from India to US, they had deep roots and their parents, grandparents brought them up. But you sitting in US, you are not able to bring your kids up with those same deep roots. ABCDs, that generation is moving away from Hinduism too fast and getting formally converted, legally converted. You guys are so enamored by one house, 2 cars, 2 kids, but not bothered about the great truths of the Hindu tradition. Success is habit, lifestyle. If you are not imparting this to your next generation, be very clear, you are also going to start losing faith on these great principles. You need to know that in life there is no stagnant. Either you expand or you shrink. People who are not able to make this great knowledge to the next generation and expand the TV, you are going to shrink. It is not that like you will be stable, stagnant. Oh, let the kids do what they want, I will do what I want. No, that doesn't work in the life. Slowly you will also start losing trust on these great principles. Either you get inspired, start taking this Hinduism to everyone, so you will teach for your kids also. You will also be more and more enriched, active, strong, feel that energy of invincibility. If you don't teach for others, your friends, family, or your team, with your colleagues, your office, people whom you meet in your everyday life, if you are not going to teach them, enrich them, you will not enrich successfully your kids, next generation, and same way you will not even enrich yourself. There's only 2 possibilities. Either you are active, make success as a habit, or you shrink. Up to you. So understand, the 3 important components of Ajayatva is, first, never question the Pati. Next, make sure you understand this great principle of success is habit. Success is habit. It is not just like a lottery, one-time incident in one thing. Success is habit. Life is all about the strengths you build inside. powers you build inside, the identity you build inside, the consciousness you build inside. So outer life is just expression of the strengths you build inside. So three important components of Ajayatva. One, never questioning the Pati. Second, making success as a habit in every field, in every level, in every action, in every aspect, in every dimension of your life. Third, continuously able to rejuvenate yourself. Study, rejuvenate, listen. Even Paramashiva was ready to sit as a disciple to his own son as a Shishya Bhava because Paramashiva shows, I am ultimate but not final. I will go on be expanding. I will study. Studying, the habit of studying and expanding is the quality of Paramashiva. He is showing this through this Shishya Bhava He is not closed. He is not dead. He is not entered. He says, being Paramashiva, if I am sitting at the feet of my own son as a Shishya Bhava, even though he and his son are one the same, but he is showing the attitude of studying. Shishya Bhava means he is teaching us, have that attitude of constantly rejuvenating yourself. If you missed in the past, don't worry. Come on, wake up now, today. Today again I make a sankalpa. How I met Swamiji, when I met Swamiji, how I was a real student. The beginner's mind I had. Let me restart with the beginner's mind. Teaching the great truth of the beginner's mind, Paramashiva manifested Shishya Bhava Murti. Shishya Bhava Murti is the symbol of beginner's mind. If you are choosing beginner's mind today, raise your hand. I am here to bless you with Ajayatva. I am repeating. Three things, three important components for Ajayatva. One, never question Pati. Second, always decide to rejuvenate yourselves. Keep that beginner's mind as a lifestyle. You have failed does not mean you are a failure. How you came to me as a devotee disciple in the beginning with the beginner's mind, learn to rejuvenate, refresh that beginner's mind. Decide to rebuild. Third, important truth, success is habit. If you raise your hands for all these three tools, I am raising my hands to initiate you, to give you Ajayatva, invincibility. I also initiate and energize Subramanya mantra. All of you brought and the Aushadas. And today, I awaken the Kundalini Shakti to give you the experience of Ajayatva to all of you. So all these 3 points, never questioning Pati, never questioning Pati, and rejuvenating yourself with the beginner's mind as Shishya Bhava Murti. Third, making the truth success is habit as your core cognition. Success, it means giving a breakthrough to yourself in every field. If you are ready to raise hands for these 3 points, put 3 hands as your message. Put 3 hands as your message. And whoever gives 3 hands for all these 3 points, I raise my hand to give initiation of Ajayatva, invincibility to all of you. Om, Om, Om.
Nithyanandam, we are on a mission to revive the Enlightenment civilization.
If you resonate with our message and want to be part of us, be sure to like, share, and subscribe.
Completely heal that problem, and I never, it's like, even if I go to any area where I'm feeling little, where it's dusty also, I never get the asthma attack at all. Why? It's because the simple Guru that Swamiji gave, it's simply we follow. That's it. So never question Pati. He has his own reasons why he is saying it. But when you decide to align to him, he'll give tremendous breakthrough to your life. Like a Subramanya experiences Ajayatva. Yes. Swamiji, but here Swamiji will be teaching you how to work for excellence, not for success. So let us directly listen.
So listen. I give you the few cosmic truths about the qualities of potential world leader. Understand? World leader, or I can even use the word world leaders. Leaders who strive, who aspire to lead the world, want to set a trend, want to impress upon the world, influence the world. The basic quality for them should be non-violence centered cognition. Everything should be handled, perceived, cognized, responded from non-violence. Ahimsa, ahimsa paramo dharma. Understand? Ahimsa paramo dharma. Hinduism has at least 10,000 existing subsects. Means that branches of Hinduism, at least we have 10,000 traditions, 10,000 sampradayas, 10,000 sects. You should call it a sampradaya. Traditions. All 10,000 agree upon this one law. Ahimsa paramo dharma. Non-violence is the ultimate cosmic law, ultimate cosmic virtue. Whether you are handling aggressors, offenders, or handling defenders, victims, every side should be handled with this principle ahimsa paramo dharma. Listen. Anyone who picks side cannot become world leader. The moment you pick side, the moment you choose sides, you lost your right to be world leader. World leader should decide not to pick sides, and world leader should not be neutral. Neutral means non-involvement. That is also wrong. Not picking up the side, not being neutral, actively involved with the principle ahimsa paramo dharma. Anyone who picked up side in wars happening all around the world. I am not talking only about the Israel-Palestine war. I am talking about small, big-scale wars happening all around the world in multiple countries. In many countries, the wars happening. Every war, every conflict should be handled with this one principle, ahimsa paramo dharma. The world leader should stop taking sides. Anyone who wants to be world leader, the first quality, stop taking sides. Second quality, stop declaring anyone as your enemy openly or inside strategically. Third quality, don't be neutral, means non-involved. No. A world leader should not be neutral and non-involved. Fourth important quality, we need world to exist. We need the planet Earth to exist. The only home as on now, the modern day human beings know, is this planet Earth. Till human beings discover the great truths revealed in Vedagamas and find a way to travel. Find a way to travel up and down to vertical time zones, other worlds, other universes, other lokas. At present, this planet Earth is the only place we can call it as a home for human beings. So, we should all be inspired, guided by this one truth, ahimsa paramo dharma. And not only we should not be neutral, we should learn to get involved with only focus of conflict resolution. Anyone who wants to be world leader should stop war benefiting. Any war beneficiaries are not only exploiting the war situations, they continue to nourish, empower the war sentiments, violence. They continue to sow the seeds of violence everywhere so they can have more wars and more war benefiting. Anyone wants to be world leader should stop war benefiting. anyone benefits from any war cannot be a world leader. Ultimately, we should decide for any cost, for any reason. Humanity cannot afford wars anymore. Listen, if we allow wars, there won't be winners or losers. Because every corner, even the small countries are now capable of destroying a large part of humanity, and they are capable of provoking the anger of the people who are capable of destroying the whole planet Earth. Even the small countries are capable of provoking the anger of decision makers, larger countries, powerful countries who are capable of destroying the whole planet Earth. So, triggering Third World War is possible even by small countries. So, oh humanity, I sincerely request the whole humanity, especially decision makers all around the world, please say no to war. Anything, let it be resolved through dialogue, peace, conflict resolution, methods, tools of negotiation be put to use than weapons of war. Listen, let life happen with this one principle, ahimsa paramo dharma. Working for success, planning for success always leads to failure. Working for excellence always makes you successful. Understand? Planning for success, working for success always leads to failure. Working for excellence always makes you successful. Listen and internalize. Person who works for success will be very shallow. He will be working dependent on others' opinion about success, because success is always about others' opinion. What others feel you are successful. All idea of success derived from others, sustained by others, changed by others. All truth about the excellence evolved from you, substantiated, supported by you, and manifested by you. Understand? Excellence is integrity based, reality based, present moment based. Success is others' opinion based. A person who lives with all the time strategizing cunningly bothers about success. A person who lives with a simple integrity evolves with excellence. Integrity is all about whatever Paramashiva has given you, you will manifest everything, breaking all the life negative patterns. Even in your sleep, you know how to be in tune with Paramashiva and manifest state, space, powers, being, super consciousness of Paramashiva. Excellence is all about from where you are, raising yourself to the next. Success is all about others and how things go with others. I tell you, with idea of success, you will always be wavering, diluting yourself, deluding yourself. With idea of excellence, you will always be grounded. If you see, the earliest photographs, videographs available to us, me conducting any public event, public programs, or my enriching activities. The first photograph is me doing Ganesh Chaturthi, maybe when I was 10 or 12. And the next we have me doing Chandi Homa in Thiruvannamalai and Kaundapadi. Understand, if you see those photographs detailed, whether the side tables or the tables covered with a clean white cloth, or my hand key, or everything needed for the sacred rituals, the way it is arranged. And those days, I did not have even one assistant. I was all alone. You can see that key of the room where I was staying in my hip means I did not even have a second person to whom I can hand over the key of the room where I was staying, where the puja items are kept. Actually, I locked the room only if the public property is kept there, because I myself don't have any personal property. I locked the room where I was staying because all the puja items, naivedyams, are kept in the room for the 3-day ritual, so the room was locked, but key is in my hip. You can see those photographs. Understand, if you see those photographs, you can see very clearly from the time I started my life until now, it is all about excellence. If I organize Chandi Homa today in our ashram, there will be nothing different between what I did in Thiruvannamalai and Kaundapadi. You can see everything cow dung on that new fresh mud pot, fresh ghee, silk surva. Maybe now we have all those items in silver. In those days, it was all wood and mud. Other than that, everything, understand, whether it is mud or silver, I was not bothered about the outer success. It was all about inner excellence. If you see this now, how we do Chandi Homa in Bangalore Bidhi Ashram, and how I did in 2000 in Thiruvannamalai or in Kaundapadi, if you see the photographs, you can see very clearly People who look with eyes of success will see, wow, that time it was just mud pot, now it is silver pot. If you see with the eyes of excellence, the intensity is same. Intensity is same. I always work for excellence. Mud pot became silver pot, maybe the side effect of my excellence. But I don't consider that as a success. And I don't consider anything as success. Tomorrow itself, that silver pot may become even gold pot. But I don't consider that as success. I consider excellence means intensity with which we connect with Devi and the power of Devi manifesting, Parashakti manifesting. That's all. Excellence makes you excited more and more. Idea of success makes you feel bored, tired, even if you achieve success. If you don't achieve success, you become frustrated. If you achieve success, you become tired and bored.
Understand, as and now, you will have confidence only about things repetitively lived in your life. Like example, if you go to the same office every day, and end of the month receive the same salary, at least for 10 years, you feel that office is stable and trustworthy. And you get grounded, trusting that office. A repetitive actions and results only gives you the grounding and the trust. I tell you, experience of the awakened state and alive state will give you tremendous grounding and trust on very life, your life, that you are not going to die forever. Understand? That grounding is a fundamental right of every human being. I know for sure I am not going to die. When this body is not functioning as I want, I will only be sitting and planning what kind of a body shall we take next time, what should be the size of the beard, and what should be the size of the biceps, and that's what I will be sitting and planning. And that is what I will be sitting and planning, nothing else. What kind of a Rudraksha I should be wearing next time. Understand, I am grounded. How much you trust your office, boss, your salary, if you are working in the company for 30-40 years and receiving the salary, how much you are grounded, your very cognition trusts it. Yes, my office exists, I go there and I do this. Every end of every month I receive the salary. It becomes like how stably you trust something which is happening in your life for quite a number of times. Same with that kind of a inner stability, cognition, you will know that you don't have death. Taste of awakened state, alive state, tuya and tuyadita. Even the tip of the tongue, that nectar is tasted. You get grounded about reality of the life's existence. Wow, I don't have death. That is fundamental right of every human being. Fundamentally, you have a right to taste that freedom and joy. I don't have death. Experiencing higher consciousness in your nervous system will give you liberation from fear of the unknown. You will be grounded. Wow. Fundamentally, you will be cleared about the truth. I am a consciousness and I don't die. I embody myself in multiple bodies as I want, as per the laws of the life. But ultimately, I do not die. Your nerves will have that guts. I don't die. That is somebody else. Your cognition will be so clear. Your nerves cannot be pushed into nervous breakdown. Even when you leave the body, you will not fall into the nervous breakdown or coma. You will say, all right, I think the body is not able to function as I want, the way I want to exist. Come on, let's design another one body to exist as I want, or just be disembodied being. That guts in your nervous system happens when you taste Tuya or Turyadita, the alive or awakened state. Listen, when you know the charismatic existence called Krishna, when you know this manifestation of Paramashiva called Krishna, you will realize what he means by the word Karmanyevadhikaraste Mabaleshu Katachanaha. Listen, I tell you, royal secret. Whenever you expect result, the kind of the anxiety, anxiousness, frustration, your mind is more faster than the light and sound. It can visualize, imagine the goal of your life now itself before even you begin, and already feel frustrated, feel empty with your goal, one side, the other side, feel tired and bored and terrorized about the effort you need to put to achieve that goal. It can create extremely dangerous, multidimensional complexities, complications, and life negative patterns. I tell you, there are only two societies in the planet Earth. Societies that believe, work for excellence, not remembering success, and the other societies just depressed. That's all. Some are wise, W-I-S-E. Others, otherwise. That's all. There are only two societies on the planet Earth. One works for excellence, not for success. Knows the truth of Karmanyevadhikaraste Mabaleshu Katachanaha. I tell you, I can just speak on this one verse 10,000 hours. Listen, if you have to have 18-inch biceps and lift 100 kg, don't try to think, oh, now I can lift only 5 kg. I have to make it into 6. I have to make it into 7. I have to make it into 8. By the time I make 100, I may become 100 years old. No. Once the 5 becomes 6,
the muscles you grow will become so strong, you will just jump to 20. And then the muscles you grow will be so strong, you will just jump to 60. It will not be the gradual growth. Understand? When Krishna says, he says, don't put your middle class shitty mind on the grand success you are going to celebrate. The middle class shitty mind has extremely uncountable numbers of blind spots. When Krishna says, he means, he tells you to be grounded, excellence based. Today 5 kg, tomorrow let me become excellent. Forget about what is success. 100 kg or 200 kg lifting. 5 kg. Now, let me move to excellence. Excellence means it may be 6 kg or suddenly I may be able to do it 60 kg. Excellence is all I need to focus, not success. Having success in the mind, you will cause multiple blind spots. All the diseases described in psychoanalysis and psychiatric, I think both are different way of robbing you. So, all the disease they describe, everything will come to you if you look for success, leaving the excellence. People who look for excellence go beyond what they imagine as success or others imagine as success. Never, even my own disciples who have absolute devotion to me, even imagined I will make a nation. They announced. And they said, oh God, whether Swamiji makes it or not is different. Even he has the guts to digest this idea. Listen to this truth. Do not bother about success. Work for excellence is not controlling mechanism. It is a liberating mechanism. When your guru teaches, work without bothering about the results, he is not using this as a controlling mechanism. He is using this as a liberating mechanism, liberating you from your Chandala mentality.
Planning for success, working for success always leads to a failure. But when you work for excellence, you will always find success at the end. See, we have to understand so powerfully, as Swamiji revealed. We work for excellence. That is when we are being authentic. Pen down whatever you understand as success and whatever you understand as excellence. See, a success may mean something like you just get it done for the sake of receiving the whatever praise or whatever appreciation or whatever, like, oh, at least they'll be off my back if I do this. When we work with these kinds of thought currents, that is when what we experience is success. But when we are going for our authentic best, that for us, how would Swamiji do it? How would Paramashiva do it? Not stopping at any level. That is when what we experience is excellence. As long as we go for success, even if some people are appreciating what you've done or they are happy with what you've done, they are satisfied with what you've done, never the fulfillment of success will come. That is why Swamiji so beautifully says there's only two ways, either excellence-based people or depressed people. Because when you work for success, whatever comes as a result may seem like something another person is enjoying, they are appreciating it, but it will never give you the fulfillment of doing that job or that act. For that reason, Swamiji tells us work for excellence. The more and more we start working for excellence, we will start having that satisfaction at every moment of what we are doing. So now, I would like to request all of you to take a few minutes to pen down. What is it that you understand as success?
And what is it that you understand as excellence? In your life, what are the various aspects you can identify as success-based and excellence-based? Let's all take a few minutes and pen it down. Where all are we working for something someone else wants us to do, or the society has projected as a goal? And where is it we are really doing our authentic best, going with the larger vision of life towards excellence, not stopping at what may be considered as success? He thinks there's not. When Krishna is saying, Karmanyevadhikaraste ma phaleshu kadachana, it means be grounded, be excellence-based. Let me become excellent, forget about what is success. Basically saying, what is Krishna revealing to us? He's saying that focus on the work itself. Get your joy, get your fulfillment from actually what you are doing, not an expectation of something you'll get at the end of it. When we work with an expectation for something, the expectation is always going to let us down. That is why Swamiji says, success-based lifestyle is only depression. It is only when we are enjoying every moment of what we are doing. We are living excellence-based and we have a constant inspiration to continue doing whatever we are. Just look in. There's no such thing as failure. In any field, excellence is experienced only through stability, not just physical alone, even the mental stability. When you want to excel in business, if you want to excel in the construction field, you have to show tremendous stability in that field for all your clients and society. Only based on the stability, more projects will come. What does this mean? It is not about running behind what will give me the most results at this minute, which is how the success-based mental setup works. It is about holding on to that stability. In that field, let me excel for no other reason, but because that is what I want to do. That brings more and more projects towards you and keeps you in the space of eternal fulfillment by working for excellence. Let's take a few minutes now to pen down how many instances in your life your fear of failure or past failures have prevented you from planning for excellence. Meaning, let us take a situation where you have been given a job, a certain project you have to finish. You really do it and you put your life into it, but when you go and show it to your boss, he has a completely different idea. She has a completely different idea of how it has to be, and she's like, no, you're useless for this job. I'd rather get someone else to do it. So after that, whenever a job comes towards you, you would plan for it just to do it the way that would please your boss. Leaving the whole excellence, but working only for the success of saying well done from your boss or your colleagues having a celebration because you were successful. When that becomes the goal, that's when we have realized, we are seeing inside us how we have started planning for success because of our past failures. So let us look into our life now and pen down these incidents where all we stopped planning for excellence due to past failures. Pen it down. Once you have done that, replan it based on excellence and not success. I hope all of you are understanding very clearly the difference between success and excellence. Success is when you're going for some end result without actually enjoying the process. But even the end result never ends up giving you what you're actually looking for. But excellence is, no matter what anybody else may say, no matter what anything else is happening, you are putting your authentic best, constantly expanding, without stopping, without feeling enough, this is enough, but going for the excellence in your life, which is what brings true fulfillment. So let's take a few minutes and pen this down now. In the Shastra Pramana, it says, Jnananyacha pratimantasya trikala vishayam bhavet durashruti duradrishtihi svechaya khagatam vrajet. Where so powerfully, it reveals the various powers that are manifesting in succession, being one of them being Dura Shruti, being able to hear anything happening at a distance. How does this power work? Now we have to understand all power manifestation happens when you are established in Paramashivatva, which is the unclutching space. At that moment, there are no thoughts running in your head. Now Swamiji gives us a very beautiful understanding. Let's take the example of water. You have water, you have a slope. If I pour a cup of water in the top of the slope, automatically it flows down. Am I right? But if at all this side is straight, then when I pour the water, it is going to remain the same. It is probably going to flow a little bit, but it is not going to immediately go to the other side. If I have this side raised and this side lower, if I pour the water here, there's no chance of the water coming to the top part. Do we all agree on this? If I pour the water here and the other side is lower, the water will flow down. If both are at the equal level, there is a chance of the water going. But if this side is higher and I pour the water on this side, then there is no chance of the water going up. The same way works with our thoughts. Swamiji said the mind is a liquid. It's a fluid structure. Now, let's say you have 1,000 thoughts. But the frequency of the cosmos is very less thoughts. It is literally zero thoughts. So now what? Your thoughts are here and the frequency of the cosmos is here when it comes to amount of matter. So any information that is present across the cosmos is not able to reach you. But when our thoughts go down, let us say, if, just for example, for understanding purposes, as Swamiji reveals, you have, let's say the frequency of the cosmos is 100 thoughts and your mind has 1,000 thoughts. Then the 100 cannot go because the 1,000 is much higher. But when you reduce yourself to equal, let's say 100 thoughts, then the chance is there of the flowing to happen. But when you reduce your thoughts completely to 10 thoughts or 0 thoughts, the entire cosmic information that is stored, whatever is happening across space and time, can just flow into you. That is the science of this power of Dura Shruti. When your inner noise is completely silent, the cosmic vibration becomes available to you. So with that understanding, let us enter into the power manifestation. We will be having a music played. In this round, it can be any sound. And you have to scan. Again, remember, when you reduce inside the inner chatter, the vibrations of the cosmos, anywhere, wherever you may be, wherever I may be, you'll be instantly able to hear what the sound is going on. So are we ready to start with this round? Can you all post a yes if we're all ready for this? Okay. So now, we'll be muting and we'll be having a certain music played. All of you have to scan. Remember, unclutch completely. Disconnect yourselves. Stop involving with the thought processes happening and just be in the space of intense listening. If you actually look, the word silent and the word listen are anagrams. So when you are in the space of silence, automatically listening happens. Let us start now. Okay. Now, you can all start posting whatever Paramashiva has revealed to you, whatever Swamiji showed you, the sound, the pure silence of the cosmos, what is the vibrations that reached you? And post it in the chat. Post the details, whatever you heard, whatever types of sounds you heard, whether, like, go to the detail. Was there a voice? Was it male? Was it female? Was there some instruments? Was there some other sounds in the background? Whatever was appearing, Swamiji was projecting within you, you can share it exactly like that. So my stack, you're seeing running through nature, like, but no voice. Okay. Can I request everyone else also to post whatever you're hearing, whatever types of sounds, what type of nature sound were you hearing? My stack, like running through nature. What was the exact sound? What were the exact details you were able to hear? Could you elaborate a little further and also post more? Okay, Maestak, you have further posted that you were able to hear like a low sound like a bell, wind chimes, and the sound of running water. Okay, can I request all the other participants to also post? Okay, so now let us see what was the exact music that was. Yes, actually, Ma Virupaksha, you had posted violin, which is actually very similar to this. This is the music of a veena, which is also a stringed instrument. So, Ma Virupaksha, you got it very close, you partially manifested. One thing that I would like to tell all the participants, when you're doing the manifestation, go to the details. When you're hearing a violin, avoid immediately saying, don't immediately say, oh, it's a violin sound, okay? I'm hearing a kind of a twanging sound, I'm hearing it's very metallic. Just describe it more and more, and the more details you go, the more and more you will see, you'll be able to recognize the manifestation that is happening. See, because ultimately we are always manifesting. Our whole life itself is a manifestation. But when we convince, the only thing left is to convince our mind that we are actually manifesting. That is what happens when the more and more you go into the details and you see how, yes, exactly this was what I was hearing and this is what was played. That convincing, that breakthrough happens for you when you go into the details, when you connect to Swamiji and you are completely involved in the power manifestation process. So can Shama,
The residue, that is the lifestyle, start making it as part of you, understand? Hangovers,
the details of what makes us invincible, what really is success, and how can we feel that fulfillment, right? Furthermore, it's very important for us to understand. When we do something in a linear logic, that is when this whole idea of failure comes in. But Swamiji reveals the multidimensional logic. And that is what we're going to be understanding now. How can we function multidimensional? It is much more than even regular multitasking. So let us now hear these higher powerful cognitions from Swamiji on multidimensional activity.
if you have attended the programs with me, Inner Awakening, or Nithyanandoham, Shivoham, Sadashivoham, Paramashivoham, Mahasadashivoham, any program with me, or Kumbh Mela, one thing you will find, all program will be highly intense. 10 days what you do in your normal life, you will be doing it in 1 day. I tell you, that lifestyle, if you make that as a lifestyle, so many wonderful things will happen to you. Take up 20 projects. Do one part-time business. Do one part-time job. Take up one Sangha project, very responsibly, Kailasa project, and deliver it. Take up something as your spiritual commitment to Kailasa. Like this, just take up multiple projects. If one is stuck in something, don't waste your time and life getting stuck in that. Do the another one. If that is stuck somewhere, till that is clear, do the another one. I have 100 projects in front of me, live. Like this, 100 projects live will be in front of me. If one is stuck, I work on another. If one is stuck, I work on another. Whoever is involved, interested in this kind of a lifestyle, I keep them directly connected to me. I tell you, only people who are directly working with me are Kailasa-vasis. If you are directly getting instructions from me, the team, the 100 projects team, then be very clear. You are really part of me. I tell you, you also build your life like this. The residues, hangovers related to sex, sleep, food, all these three is one and the same. All these three will just evaporate. You will enjoy the real food, you will enjoy the real sleep, you will enjoy the real sex, but you will not be having the hangover. If you make yourself active, alive, pick up multiple projects without fear. If you attended any of my program, whether Shivoham, Nithyanandoham, Inner Awakening, or Sadashivoham, Mahasadashivoham, Paramashivoham, directly physically conducted by me, you would have seen 10 days what you do in your life, you will be doing in 1 day. That is the lifestyle. You should start making it as part of you, understand? It is all about sitting for a few days and organizing yourself. The gadgets you need, the schedule you need, and courage you need, confidence you need. Just for a few days you need to sit and organize. Maybe a week. But once you organize yourself, at least 25 projects. Decide you are Paramashiva, so you have 25 heads. You should do at least 25 projects. In my case, I decided, hey, I am Paramashiva, not just with 25 heads, 75 eyes, 50 hands. So I will do hundreds of projects. You guys start at least with 25 projects. Every day there should be minimum of 25 things to do. Don't try to cheat yourself. Oh, going to restroom, one project. Washing, that is another one project. Don't try to cheat yourself. A solid projects which will give the result with a 2 or 3 months end, which will be able to complete it in next 60 days to 90 days. Let them take up some 25 projects. This multi-dimensional activism will remove brain fog, stomach fog, the veil you put on yourself. Most of you have arrested yourself with your fears, destroyed your life with your selfishness. Extreme selfishness. That's the right thing I use the word. Extreme selfishness. You think, oh, if I do all this, Sangha work, I may not have time for this, my personal work. I tell you, do Sangha work, Kailasa work, you will see how much inner space expands and the kind of a training, understanding, everything you have. You will be so alive, so active. I have seen how the active parents make their kids' life amazing, and how criminally negligent parents make their kids' life hell. These criminally negligent parents teach the same cunningness to their kids. Oh, if you do this, you will be just exploited and taken for a ride and you won't have time for your personal things. Stupid. Listen carefully. Your agenda does not change your life. Your consciousness changes your life. I am here to change your consciousness. Stop attempting 10 times. Stop attempting 100 things. Start attempting thousands of things simultaneously, spontaneously, intensely, continuously. Understand this logic of life. I know clearly what I am supposed to manifest and create. My focus. And I can see every day I am infused with more and more Lakshmi. Because my Lakshya is right, I am intensely showered with Lakshmi. To all my followers and disciples, I give you this as a commandment. Thou shalt try multi-dimensional, multiple atoms, multiple actions, multiple level, consistently, continuously, intensely, spontaneously, again and again and again. This is the law of Srishti, manifestation. For all my disciples, followers, thou shalt attain, attempt, work, manifest, try, thousands and thousands and thousands, continuously, sincerely, spontaneously, intensely. So let me repeat. Let me repeat. If you attempt 10 things and fail in 5 things, you will be successful in 5 things. If you attempt 100 things at a time and you fail in 25 things, you will be successful in 100 times, in 100 things. If you attempt 1,000 things, if you fail even in 500 things, you will be successful in million things and million times. This is logic of life. The logic of life is not maths of your life. Statistics of the life is different. State of life is different. What you think as statistics applies only to the lower existence. The state of Paramashiva. The logic of the state of Paramashiva is different. Now I am revealing this cosmic secret to all of you. This is the cosmic secret. The Paramashiva's secret of creation, manifestation, Srishti. The secret of Paramashiva's Srishti is this. Understand this law. Understand this logic. Start. You will be Paramashiva. You will manifest the manifestation of Paramashiva. You will create the creation of Paramashiva. I have seen in my own life. I have seen in my own life. Paramashiva manifesting as Nithyananda Paramashivam. I am absolutely focused on my right goal. And I attempt thousands and thousands of things simultaneously, spontaneously, continuously, sincerely, intensely, uncompromisingly. So, if I attempt 1,000 things, even if I fail in 500 things, I am successful in millions of things. When I realized this logic, creation became joyful. There is no frustration. There is no tiredness. There is no dullness. There is no boredom. There is no anger towards universe. There is no frustration towards universe. There is no frustration towards life. There is no life negativity because I am showered intensely more than I even tried. I only attempted 1,000 things, but I am successful in million things. Then why will I have any anger towards life? I am eternally grateful. I am fulfilled, overflowing. This is the secret of creation, Srishti in life. All my disciples who follow me, who consider me as your guru, master, guide, teacher, friend, philosopher, all my followers, anyone who has a sympathy, love towards what I am teaching. This is the commandment of Srishti for all of you. Thou shall continuously, spontaneously attempt thousands and thousands of things, intensely, sincerely, consistently, continuously. I'm revealing how the macrocosm functions, Paramashiva's truth, cosmic truth, and how I manifested in this incarnation as Nithyananda Paramashivam. When you know this too, you can just internalize this and manifest it as Paramashiva in you. Understand? Our Itihasas, Puranas elaborately document these superconscious mutation and the science of superconscious mutation. There's an elaborate description of the 7 enlightenment cities, Kashi, Kanchi, Madura, all these 7, Mayapuri, all these 7 enlightenment cities each having the population of 10,000 Sahasravadanis, 1 lakh Shadavadanis. Sahasravadani means who can perform 1,000 action at a time. Sadavadani means who can perform 100 action at a time. Please understand, what I am talking is not story. Even as recently as now, there are documentation in Mughals court where they start awarding Shadavadanis. They start giving awards to Shadavadanis. There are documentation. In front of the court, people performed this 100 acts at a time. Forget all of that. Even now, in Andhra, the Telugu Brahmins community, they are keeping this tradition of avatanis alive. The living stream is not dead. It is there still. It's there. Shodasavadanis, Ashtavadanis, still the tradition is there. In Andhra, the Telugu Brahmins tradition, and even the Telugu Brahmins who came and settled in the banks of Kaveri in Karnataka and Tamil Nadu. All the 3, Godavari, Karnataka, Kaveri in Karnataka, Kaveri in the Tamil Nadu. In all 3 places, the Telugu Brahmins who came and settled are still keeping these Avadani traditions alive. Actually, there's an elaborate description how these rivers were energized with the superconscious energy for these Avadani traditions to be kept alive. The Ganga was used for Sahasravadanis, people who can perform 1,000 acts. They settled in Kashmir and Kashi. Then the next level, people can perform little less than 1,000, but around 900. They settled in Yamuna. And you need to know, after the Ganga and Yamuna, people can perform above 500, but less than 900. That group settled near Godavari. That is why when we describe the rivers and worship, Gange cha Yamune cha Godavari Saraswati. Saraswati does not come third. Godavari comes third. Then comes Saraswati. Gange cha Yamune cha Godavari Saraswati. Narmade Sindhu Kaveri. It was different settlement of different Avadanis. There's an elaborate description of how these Avadanis are trained and how the science was kept alive. Avadanis training is one of the aspects of superconscious mutation. More than Avadanis, another important aspect of superconscious mutation is ability to use the astras, ability to use the different organs, senses. Listen. Ability to use different organs and senses. That superconscious mutation is Avadanis. You will have an extraordinary capacity to smell, think, write poetry, recollect the numbers, names uttered, means the Jnanendriya, Karmendriya, Manas, Chitta, Buddhi, memory, everything will be fully active, alive, intensely, simultaneously, spontaneously, synergetically. That is what is the definition of being an Avadani. All your Jnanendriyas and Karmendriyas. Jnanendriya means the organs in your system which receives information and processes. Karmendriya means organs in your system which performs actions. Jnanendriyas and Karmendriyas and the internal organs who are responsible for Jnanendriyas and Karmendriyas to be fully active and alive. Sorry for using too many Sanskrit terms. I'll try to translate every Sanskrit term I'm using and give English meaning. The knowledge receptors and action performers, these 2 organs. For example, the tongue, when it tastes, it is called Jnanendriya. When it speaks, it is called Karmendriya. Same tongue, when it performs the action of receiving the taste and processing that information, it's called Jnanendriya. The same tongue, when it performs the action of talking, it's called Karmendriya. Like that, the Jnanendriyas and Karmendriyas and the internal organs which are responsible for these Jnanendriyas and Karmendriyas to be active. For example, liver. Only if your liver is absolutely detoxed and fully active, you will have a deep ability to coordinate all the actions. Please understand, coordination of all the actions needs not just the support of the brain, it needs the support of your liver. Because your liver is responsible for all your internal organs functioning smoothly. The cosmic law I want to reveal. Advaitic workaholism does not lead to toxic productivity trending. Listen. What is toxic productivity? Producing which is neither useful for your blissful life nor useful for others' blissful life. Neither useful for you nor useful for others' world. Just useful for some decision maker's ego. Toxic productivity means being productive to fulfill some of the decision maker's ego which is full of toxicity. Listen. Decide in which field you are productive. Your productivity end of the day. Is it adding more toxicity to the world or is it adding more peace and bliss to the world? Toxic productivity means the very method in which you work adds so much of toxicity to you and the people around you, and the output of your productivity adds to just the ego of the decision makers who are full of toxicity. Listen, toxic leaders' ego fulfillment should not be the result of your productivity. If your productivity is empowering the toxic leader's ego, you are part of the crimes against the humanity. War and this hyperfixation, all these wars waged against the humanity. So I request all human beings and decision makers, let us all come to the decision to drop toxic productivity as our lifestyle. Be established in oneness and celebrate working culture with consciousness of neither you will allow toxicity in your life, around you, or globally. Stop allowing toxic productivity in your inner space, in your day-to-day life, in your ultimate productivity, the result you are producing for the world, in all three levels. Stop toxic productivity. Sometimes people may be peaceful inside and peaceful outside, but they are very productive in making weapons for war. Be very clear. That is also toxic productivity. Don't think just because you are free, peaceful inside, you are not toxic inside, the life around you is peaceful and not toxic. But your productivity end of the day is making weapons for war, for mass destruction. Then you are part of the toxic productivity. Let's bring Advaitic workaholism. Stop toxic productivity in every level. Individual inner space, personal level, in our family level, social level, and global level. In every level, let us drop toxic productivity. Let's all stand against toxic productivity.
Yes, such an amazing revelation Swamiji has given us about the multidimensional of the cosmos, how it works, how it thinks, how we, the microcosm, can connect to the macrocosm. So now let's get into our exercise. First and foremost, multidimensional activity simultaneously is a natural way of consciousness. Stop believing that your mind, that you can only focus on one thing at a time. See, Swamiji beautifully shared, in our logic, we have 21 different circuits that actually operates us before we come to an actual logical conclusion. Only when this 21 crisscrosses with each other, only then you can actually come to a decision. And that is how advanced our actual structure is in the internal self. We tend to let go of that possibility because of the way we react towards life and the way others makes us feel. Like, for example, you do believe you can do more than one thing. However, the outside, the external circumstances, whether it's people's reaction or your own self-doubt, that stops you from believing that you can stretch yourself. However, there is no practice to stretch yourself because it's your very natural state. So this exercise, this internalization exercise, is actually to take you from the unnatural state to the natural. So let's get all our pens and papers. Let's start penning down this exercise. So with this multidimensional activity, we're going to experience the power of spanda.
when you are attempting 10 things. So now let's actually write down the multidimensional activity, which is the logic of life. This is extremely important for each and every single one of you, because majority of the time, all of you function in the logical level. Whether if it's work, whether if it's something in which you're making decisions in your day-to-day life, the length dimension of you, which is the logic dimension of you, is the most unattended to. Sometimes we close our eyes, hoping that it'll just be okay. You know how when you start something and it's getting worse day by day, but instead of looking into it and completing, you're just like, it's okay, the day is about to end, let me just push a little further. So we tend to do this. So instead of doing that, why not sit? Especially with this amazing initiation and mature understanding about life and yourself, we can just simply complete it and allow the natural self, the natural state of ourselves to start blossoming and start experiencing the multidimensional part of us. So now let's take a pen and paper. All of us are going to be doing this. When you are attempting 10 things in your life, if you fail in 5 things, you will be successful in 5 things. When you are attempting 100 things in your life, if you fail in 25 things, you will be successful in 100 things, 100 times. When you attempt 1,000 things in your life, if you fail 100 or 200 or 300, you'll be successful 1,000,000 times. That is the actual logic. Now, let's go into this. Start at least 25 projects. Every day, there should be a minimum of 25 things to do. And number 2, organize yourself. Gadgets you need, the schedule you need. Please start. And the third thing, SPH shares his experience with us. I have 100 projects in front of me. Live. If one is stuck somewhere, immediately attending, let me attend to the next. So this is the way Swamiji is teaching us in the multidimensional logic. A lot of us think logic is answering 2 + 2 or 3 × 3 or very complicating formulas and maths question. However, the way the Vedagamas, the way the Hindu sciences explains about how our logic works is by continuously pushing ourselves and not giving up and not judging ourselves in the failures, going deeper and deeper and continuously expanding. So all of you can start penning this down. We're going to be doing this exercise right now. You can also all share with me the 25 projects in which you are going to be listing. Yes. So just write down any action, any activity in which is going to make you more productive, making you break any type of logical conclusion that I am only the mind, I am only limited to this. Yes. So now, there's some of you who are asking, how am I even supposed to write 25? I'm already doing multiple things in a day, and anything more than that. So wow, that's amazing. Actually, Ma, Isaac, you got it spot on. It's a female voice, the devotional music. That's very spot on. And everyone else is saying Shiva, Shiva, Shiva. And Ma Hongsu was saying something slow, melodious, peaceful, soothing, and relaxing. Yes, it is a melodious music. That's an amazing manifestation for each and every single one of you. Like I said, today's session is all about understanding. The part of you that says, no, I'm not able to do it. I'm just not able to stretch myself to do more than 5 things or 8 things, anything below 25. That is because you are not cognizing yourself as Paramashiva. It is the irritational agitation feeling. So when you do this power manifestation, it immediately heals the obsessive compulsive disorders in which you're experiencing. So throughout the session, enjoy this power manifestation. And you'll just see when you meet Swamiji at the end of the day for the life darshan, you'll just be able to instantaneously connect to Swamiji's space, which does not even operate with an inch of agitation, irritation. It is just pure bliss. So let's move on to the next session. The next session is going to be about Tyagaraja. What Swamiji is going to be revealing about the secret and the sacred science of Tyagaraja. So now let's move on to the next session.
Everything boils down in life to one principle, Tyaga. For what you dedicate, you sacrifice your life. That celebrates your existence, makes your existence celebratable for the universe. Tyaga makes yours, the fire in your stomach, Jataragni intense. Tyaga makes your heart so light and alive. Tyaga makes your head overflowing with Kundalini Shakti, nectar. See these Tarakavana rishis. They have sent all demons on Paramashiva, all weapons on Paramashiva. He stopped all of it. He made all of them as his abharanas. Sacrifice your life.
So wow, that's amazing. Actually, Ma, I stack, you got it spot on. It's a female voice, it's a devotional music. That's very spot on, and everyone else is saying she. So wow, that's amazing. Actually, Ma, I stack, you got it spot on. It's a female voice, it's a devotional music. That's very spot on, and everyone else is saying Shiva, Shiva, Shiva. And Ma Hongsu was saying something slow, melodious, peaceful, soothing, and relaxing. Yes, it is melodious music. That's an amazing manifestation for each and every single one of you. Like I said, today's session is all about understanding the part of you that says, though I'm not able to do it, I'm just not able to stretch myself to do more than 5 things or 8 things, anything below 25. That is because you are not cognizing yourself as Paramashiva. It is the irritational agitation feeling. So when you do this power manifestation, it immediately heals the obsessive compulsive disorders in which you're experiencing. So throughout the session, enjoy this power manifestation, and you will just see when you meet Swamiji at the end of the day for the life darshan, you'll just be able to instantaneously connect to Swamiji's space, which does not even operate with an inch of agitation, irritation. It is just pure bliss. So let's move on to the next session. The next session is going to be about Tyagaraja. What Swamiji is going to be revealing about the secret and the sacred science of Tyagaraja. So now let's move on to the next session.
Everything boils down in life to one principle, Tyaga. For what you dedicate, you sacrifice your life. That celebrates your existence, makes your existence celebratable for the universe. Tyaga makes yours, the fire in your stomach, Jagaragni intense. Tyaga makes your heart so light and alive. Tyaga makes your head overflowing with Kundalini Shakti. Celebratable for the universe. Tyaga makes yours, the fire in your stomach, Jagaragni intense. Tyaga makes your heart so light and alive. Tyaga makes your head overflowing with Kundalini Shakti nectar. Tyaga is your third eye. Tyaga is life. Tyaga is super power, the core power from which everything manifests. Tyaga. In Hindu tradition, Tyaga is the highest power, super power. It is not like you are losing something. It is like you are asserting something. Paramashiva is Tyagaraja, not because he lost something, but because he asserts the ultimate reality by his existence. I asserted the ultimate truth. Paramashiva is real and Kailasa is real. That has to be revived on the planet Earth. I asserted that ultimate reality to my life. That is Tyaga, and I was ready to give up anything. That core principle is non-negotiable. Even if they snatch everything and take away the whole infrastructure, in one corner I will sit and continue to reach out to the whole world and go on reviving Kailasa. I tell you, this Tyaga awakens your Kundalini. Even if you need to go through abuses, negativity, attacks, persecution, digest everything, go on giving best things to the world. Be Tyagaraja. Go on sacrificing. Yes, society will rate you, society will hate you, society will judge you, society will beat you. After all this, how you swallow everything and then what you contribute to the world is real. Rishis. They have sent all demons on Paramashiva, all weapons on Paramashiva. He stopped all of it. He made all of them as his abharanas and his ayudas. After digesting everything, he gave Paramashiva jnana to those rishis. Understand? That is Tyagaraja. After all that abuse, attack, everything, he gave Paramashivoham Jnana to Tyagaraja rishis. He just swallowed all the attacks and gave Paramashivoham Jnana to Tyagaraja rishis and to the whole world. Understand? Tyaga is the biggest power you can manifest, which will burn away all the powerlessness, and all the powerlessness you made it sacred by justifying to yourself and justifying to others. First thing, listen. Do not justify your powerlessness, failures, arrogance, inability, or any other negativity you have. Do not justify. That's the first statement. Next. Do not justify to yourself and do not justify to others. That's the next statement. Third. Tyaga makes all your powerlessness irrelevant. Even if you have made some of your powerlessness sacred by justifying it. The superpower, super force of Kailasa forms intense spiritual umbilical cord connection between you and Paramashiva. Strongly, powerfully, intensely, it cleanses, detoxes your whole being, makes you manifest the state, space, powers, being, super consciousness, Sri Kailasa of Paramashiva. Understand? Just keep this one thing alive in you. Tyaga. Let me define Tyaga once more. Asserting the ultimate truth, your reality, and dropping all the delusory, illusory identities, interferences, and inferences due to it. Go on with the Tyaga. The light beam of Bole Baba, Paramashiva's light beam, will start manifesting in you the moment you start living Tyaga as your first principle. Understand? Paramashanta Swarupa. Light being is the greatest gift you will manifest when you start living Tyaga. Listen, I'm trying to explain Tyaga from all angles. Tyaga brings such powerful maturity to your very existence. I'm telling you, actually when you start practicing Tyaga, you will not lose any resources in your life. You will just lose all delusions in your life. You will have an amazing career, amazing wealth, amazing happy relationship. Tyaga is not only the strategy for making you healthy, attracting the wealth. Understand this word. Attracting the wealth means wherever you are, just by your presence, you will generate and attract wealth, all the resources around you, just by being a magnet. Like a magnet attracts everything. It's a strategy for a long life, generating and attracting resources. And listen to this. This is the too important thing. To this line, it's too important. Tyaga creates such a space in you even bliss, consciousness, all those divine experiences wait to manifest in you. Means even they feel you are a blessing for them. Understand? I'm just mapping that original whole truth as it is and trying to reveal it like a sutra by sutra. Tyaga makes you live long. Tyaga attracts all the resources towards you. Tyaga makes you as a blessing for even the divine. So the divine qualities like bliss, consciousness, they just serve you. They are so pleased and happy to manifest in you. They feel they are blessed by your presence. Listen. Isavasya Upanishad says, by renouncing, enjoy life for a long time in every level. Tyaga is power, not renunciation. Tyaga is power, not renunciation. Tyaga awakens your Kundalini Shakti intensely. Intensely. Listen to that word. Intensely. Nothing is more intense and capable of triggering your Kundalini Shakti than Tyaga. Tyaga is ferociously asserting your Paramasatya, the highest identity, and making the lowest identity irrelevant. Listen carefully. This is the most important truth. Listen. Tyaga makes you have larger vision about life. Tyaga gives you the larger vision about life. So, anxiety, powerlessness, depression is always having a narrow idea about life. I'm getting shaken. Even if your husband is late for 1 hour, by the time you have a 10 accident, fear, or doubt, he ran away. Whatever. Tyaga keeps you cool. Tyaga is the key to become God. The most difficult Tyaga is renouncing self-hatred, because the society teaches you self-hatred is great. It makes you delude between humbleness and self-hatred. Listen. Humbleness is not self-hatred. Listen carefully. Self-hatred is thinking you are less. Humbleness is thinking about you less. Less self-remembrance is humbleness. Self-hatred is constantly thinking about you, but very cheap, very low. Understand? There's a big difference between humbleness and self-hatred. Person with self-hatred will never be really humble. Adivinayam dutta lakshanam. He will show himself very humble. But he's not humble. Understand? A real humbleness will be out of powerfulness. Society deludes you, makes you mistake humbleness, your humbleness as self-hatred, and as you always in the state of self-hatred, so that you will be humble. Self-hatred is not humbleness. Most difficult thing to renounce in the life is self-hatred. So much of self-hatred, self-doubt, self-denial. That is why even if you think of future plans, so much of impossibility and you shrink. No, one more suffering, pain of failure. Why should I face? Fool. Because of pain of failure, you don't plan, and naturally, no plan means failure. It is like because you are afraid some guest will come to your home, you call that person and tell him, please come. You are afraid failure will come to your life, and you stop planning and force the failure to come to your life. Self-hatred, self-denial, self-doubt. Most difficult thing to renounce in your life is SDHD. Renounce that. Dhira, courage is moving the SDHD out and having the vision for your future. Do not expect your mind to get convinced about Tyaga and you doing Tyaga. No. If your mind is convinced, then it's a cunningness. It's a trap. You just decide, hey, I heard about Paramashiva. I don't have a complete route to become Paramashiva, but I am deciding. Whatever with little known, I am going to fly towards Paramashiva. The power to take absolute risk is Tyaga. Power to take absolute risk consciously, ferociously, and then stick to it. No question of turning back. No question of turning back. Every time when people are deluded, the only question they raise, Swamiji, somehow I'm not having that confidence, decision, I should do Tyaga. Only then you should do Tyaga. You are now sick, deluded. Breaking the old identities, fears. Throwing away all the so-called securities, plan Bs, backups. Is Tyaga. That is Tyaga. Tyaga gives absolute fresh life. It breathes fresh life into you. It actually breathes fresh situations, lives, understandings. Now you should know very clearly, easily getting influenced is your powerlessness. And you should know to put your foot down. What you believe is your core. That is what is you. That is what is you. I tell you, I will live as long as what I believe as my core. Then even if I am removed from this planet, I know how to take one more birth and body and do what I need to do. I tell you, essence is live for what you believe, and that belief system is strong enough to generate new body, anything you need to live. If you compromise on that, anything you think will gather around you will only cheat you. No negotiation when it comes to first principle. No negotiation when it comes to first principle. With the first principle, no negotiation. Negotiation with the first principle is cosmic prostitution. Understand? Paramashiva himself manifesting his own breathing space, manifesting is Guru. And more you align to Guru, get integrated to Guru and Guru walk. All that starts manifesting around you. Understand? He inhaling and exhaling. He manifesting himself. Sweetly entering into your life, sometimes very swiftly, not just sweetly alone. You just do not know when he came inside your heart and filled you. You just wake up and you know you are he and he is you, and all around your home his photographs, and all over your cell phone, social media, his photographs, and just in your mind only his name, and all the time his satsangs are going on and his music and whatnot. Suddenly you know that he's there all around. You have now new jata getting done for you, and from your head to toe, the whole hairstyle, lifestyle, everything has changed. You just know he is you and you are him. Feeling intensely blessed and blissed. Blessed and blissed. All the time you know you are from ear to ear. You are sitting with your cell phone, laptop, you are laughing on your own, you are smiling on your own. People ask, what is going on? What is happening with you? People can't tolerate if you are happy on your own. See, if you are sad on your own, they are very happy. If you are happy on your own, then it means you are making a statement that you don't need others to be happy. That is too much. They feel insecure. Not just sweetly alone. You just do not know when he came inside your heart and filled you. You just wake up and you know you are he and he is you, and all around your home is He's there all along. You have now new data getting done for you, and from your head to toe, the whole hairstyle, lifestyle, everything has changed. You just know he's you and you are him, feeling intensely blessed and blissed, blessed and blissed. All the time you know you are from ear to ear. You are sitting with your cell phone, laptop, you are laughing on your own, you are smiling on your own. People ask, what is going on? What is happening with you? People can't tolerate if you are happy on your own. See, if you are sad on your own, they are very happy. If you are happy on your own, then it means you are making a statement that you don't, not just sweetly alone. You just do not know when he came inside your heart and filled you. You just wake up and you know you are he and he is you, and all around your home is photographs, and all over your cell phone, social media is photographs, and just in your mind only his name, and all the time his satsangs are going on and his music and whatnot. Suddenly you know that he's there all around. You have now new data getting done for you, and from your head to toe, the whole hairstyle, lifestyle, everything has changed. You just know he's you and you are him, feeling intensely blessed and blissed, blessed and blissed. All the time you know you are from ear to ear. You are sitting with your cell phone, laptop, you are laughing on your own, you are smiling on your own. People ask, what is going on? What is happening with you? People can't tolerate if you are happy on your own. See, if you are sad on your own, they are very happy. If you are happy on your own, then it means you are making a statement that you don't need others to be happy. That is too much. They feel insecure. If husband is happy on his own, wife can't handle. And wife is happy on her own, husband can't handle. Then what for I'm here? I should make sure at least your happiness is dependent on me. How can you be happy on your own? And all the time, one of the greatest side effect, beautiful side effect of Paramashiva happening in your life is he fills you sweetly, swiftly. You are blessed out and blissed out. You are blessed out and blissed out. His breathing, touching the planet Earth is his own amsa, his own extension, his own being, his own incarnation. He himself manifesting as Guru. As Guru. Understand? Hinduism is the living religion because it is kept alive continuously by incarnations. Again and again and again. Not only Paramashiva, even other gods manifest on planet Earth as incarnations. Without any second thought, I can name Shirdi Sai Baba, Puttapati Sai Baba. Both of them are incarnations manifested on planet Earth. Many times people ask me, Swamiji, can you name some more people who are still in the body as incarnations? Without any doubt, second thought, I will name Sri Ganapati Sachidananda Swami. Mysore Tattavidam is an incarnation of Dattatreya. Without any second thought, second idea, I will straight name him. Only truth can empower you. Be empowered by the truth because it is truth. Not because of any utility value, utility reasons. Any uses you will find because of this truth is great. See, just now I said this 26 years of untiring, without boredom, tiredness, frustration, intense, excited, active, working, manifesting this truth. But even this I don't consider as a scale. I feel this is a great blessing. But tomorrow itself, if this is there or not, I won't bother. I will hold on to the truth. I am Paramashiva. Because there is truth. Whether I have this body or does not have this body, I will hold on to the truth. I am Paramashiva because there is a truth. Now I have this body. So naturally I will be manifesting the great truth through this body. As I said, I have plans to keep this body alive, active, working, serving all of you, at least for next 150 years. And after that, when I rest this body in Paramashiva, in maybe Samadhi, in the Videha Samadhi, Mahasamadhi, I'll just be there as Paramashiva because that is the truth. That's the highest truth. Not because there's any utility value. The highest truth has highest utility value. That is different. But beyond its utility value, I hold on to it because it's highest truth. I am chaste to my Guru. I am obedient to my Guru because he is my Guru. I am his disciple. That's all. Not, I will never have a negotiation. If you provide this, if you can do that, if you can, if we come to some media understanding, if we can have some kind of an agreement, then I will obey you, I will listen to you. Nothing. There's no negotiation with my Guru. That's the most cheapest relationship you can have. Negotiating with the Guru. Disobedience and negotiation with the Guru. Non-listening with the Guru is the cheapest relationship. I can never even think of that. I am absolutely chaste to my Guru. The resistance is the last dying delusion. Because you entertained delusion for quite a long time. You have given so much power to your delusion for quite a long time. The delusion tries its last attempt, whether it can still possess you. It can still hold you. delusion knows if you decide to take a jump, you are going to be blessed, showered with the trillions and zillions of times what you announced or what you even imagined about your life. Understand, Tyaga makes you a different level being. That is too much for your delusion. So it's a crying farewell, the delusion giving for you when you decide for Tyaga. The best way to handle your delusion when it still tries to hold is ferociousness. Raise your hand and slap the delusion, if not your own face. Ferociousness is the only way to deal your delusion. Never through negotiation, bargain, strategy. Your delusion is going to let you get convinced that your Tyaga is going to bring higher life to you, higher possibilities to you. Your delusion will never allow you to be convinced. No negotiation with your delusion will work. No strategy with your delusion will work. No convincing your delusion is possible. You just have to be ferocious, ruthless with your delusion. Be Kali to your delusion. Sometimes being Kali with your delusion is the only way you will achieve Paramashiva. Worshipping the unknown is worship of Kali. Worshipping the unknown is worship of Vishnu. Vishnu means what? Unknown Vyakti. The Avyakta who fills the Vyakta and Avyakta is Vishnu. Who is embodiment of Vyakta and Avyakta is Kali. If you just complete with your fear of unknown, you will have the courage to enrich the whole world. You will have the courage to complete with your all problems. Courage to enrich the whole world and courage to complete with all problems is one and the same. If you don't have the courage to complete with all components of you, you will have the same fear outside to reach out to people. That is why I tell you, the person who completes will be the real enricher. The person who enriches will be the real completer. Enriching and completion goes hand in hand intensely. Enriching and completion are like a anga, not step by step. It's 8 steps of yoga. No, Ashtanga yoga. Yama, Niyama, Asana, Pranayama, all of them are different components of yoga, anga of yoga. Same way, completion, enriching. So it's a crying farewell, the delusion. Worshipping the unknown is worship of Kali. Worshipping the unknown is worship of Vishnu. Vishnu means what? Unknown Vyakti. The Avyakta who fills the Vyakta and Avyakta is Vishnu. Who is embodiment of Vyakta and Avyakta is Kali. If you just complete with your fear of unknown, you will have the courage to enrich the whole world. You will have the courage to complete with your all problems. Courage to enrich the whole world and courage to complete with all problems is one and the same. If you don't have the courage to complete with all components of you, you will have the same fear outside to reach out to people. That is why I tell you, the person who completes will be the real enricher. The person who enriches will be the real completer. Enriching and completion goes hand in hand intensely. Enriching and completion are like a anga, not step by step. Patanjali says Ashtanga yoga. Means 8 parts of yoga. He doesn't say Ashtapada yoga. Means 8 steps of yoga. No, Ashtanga yoga. Yama, Niyama, Asana, Pranayama, all of them are different components of yoga, anga of yoga. Same way, completion, enriching, causing, integrity, authenticity. Integrity, authenticity, responsibility, enriching, and causing, completion. All the 6 are Shashtanga yoga, not Shashtapata yoga. Shashtanga yoga. Complete, enrich, cause, everything together. Your completion will cause enriching and enriching will cause completion. When you are afraid of handling some questions from others, some doubts from others, you are afraid of handling some incompletions of you. If you handle that incompletions of you, you will have an answer to enrich others, cause others. As per the Sanskrit rule, it should not be Shashtanga yoga, it should be Shadanga yoga. Shadanga yoga. Integrity, authenticity, responsibility, and enriching, causing, completion. I should add listening also. So it becomes Sabdanga yoga. All these 7 are not step by step. They are not Saptapati. They are Sabdanga. If you feel I am your puppet, be assured you have a relationship which I had with my Guru, Aranagiri Yogeshwara. The Guru Shishya Parampara is going to continue through you. You are going to be my successor. Because that is the way I felt with my Guru. It's not logical. Logically, only Guru is supposed to feel the disciple is puppet. But in reality, it doesn't happen that way. The disciple feels Guru is his puppet. And suddenly, in that feeling, he loses himself into Guru. Without even disciples' knowledge, disciple has become a puppet in the hands of Guru. That's the way exactly it happened in me. I am telling you the secret as it is because today is my Guru's day and I want to be integrated to him and integrated to you. It looks very illogical. It may even be very difficult for people to digest. But I am not talking to maintain a pseudo dignity. I am talking to maintain and keep my integrity to my guru. And what happened between me and him, how it happened, I have to tell my disciples so that can start happening between you and me. Please listen. If you read intimate reminiscences of Ramakrishna and Vivekananda, you will simply realize Ramakrishna was puppet in the hands of Vivekananda. And Vivekananda just lost himself. Without even knowing, he became puppet in the hands of Ramakrishna. Samat Ramdas and Shivaji, Ramakrishna and Vivekananda, Aurobindo and Aurobindo mother, all this I can give as the ideal guru-disciple relationship, where the disciple experienced Guru as the puppet in their hand, but without even their knowledge, they become puppet in the hands of Guru. So that the border, commanded, this three has disappeared, dissolved. The commander, commanded, all this just disappeared. I can give you some of the most powerful examples of this guru-disciple relationship in Hindu tradition. Nandi and Paramashiva. Devi Meenakshi had a disciple called Sumati and Devi Meenakshi. Even Krishna and Arjuna, Naranarayana. In the modern day, Bhagavān Swaminarayan and his disciple Akshay Purushottam Maharaj. And Aurobindo mother. I tell you, love can just open all gates of all lokas. Up, down. Tyaga can open only up to Tapoloka. Brahmanyana, enlightenment, can open only up to Brahmaloka. All the punyas, good actions, dana, dharma you do, charity you do, yaga, yajnas you do, can open only up to Swargaloka. But consciously developed love, consciously decided love, can open all 14 and beyond. That's the beauty and power of conscious love. See, I'm giving you cosmic secrets. I tell you, inside your heart, deeply, secretly, if you are cherishing, I am your puppet, be assured you are my disciple, and to you, the Guru Shishya Parampara is going to continue. You are going to be the living stream of me. Whoever feels I am your puppet, you can be rest assured you are inheritor of Paramashiva. And what I got from my Guru, Aranagiri Yogeshwara, you are going to receive through me, and you are going to continue this Guru Shishya Parampara. Not just getting enlightenment, not just getting powers, you are just going to be inheritor of everything, of me. What I got from my Guru, Aranagiri Yogeshwara, everything. Because I felt Aranagiri Yogeshwara is my puppy love and puppet love. See, when there was murder attempt on me, this anti-Hindu, Dravish gang, and some more forces, I will not name them now. When they attempted to kill me, burned the ashram, destroyed the Sangha, socially we tried to take many action. We tried to take it to the local police and tried to file a complaint, nothing could be done. We tried to go to the court, Indian courts, we could not get any justice. It's years, and then we tried going to every way, every possible venue. Socially we tried many things. We knocked every door, literally every politician. We begged everyone for justice. Socially, how we tried is one. And we tried to tell our story to everyone. Morally, how we deal is one. All that is external world, outer world related. How I handled it inside me. I'm opening that secret now. Listen. How I responded inside me. First thing, I responded to Paramashiva. Paramashiva, I am very clear about one thing. I will not question you. I will not doubt you. I will never consciously or unconsciously, even in the remote corner of my mind or dream, will point the finger towards you or will turn the needle towards you. I am very clear about it. Your existence and your connection with me and you manifesting in me, all that is absolute truth. There is no doubt, question, negotiation, up, down in that. It's sealed deal, over. I will only question, doubt, think, other than your existence. I will only ask, through these attacks, you are asking me to do some great work. You are asking me to take some more responsibility. Please make me understand that in my language. That's all. You are asking me, you are sending me the message to be more responsible for larger vision and larger projects, larger expectations from you. Let me just understand that and evolve to that and I give you my absolute commitment. Just make me understand in my language the responsibility I need to take for your vision for me. And I am here to put everything you have given me to make that into reality. I'm just reading out exactly as I responded. My first response to Paramashiva when I was attacked. My first reaction, my immediate reaction when I was attacked. My first reaction towards Paramashiva. Paramashiva is my life. It is very clear. I will only ask Paramashiva to make me understand your vision for me, so I will take the responsibility to fulfill it. I know through this attack, you are asking me to take responsibility for a larger vision of you. You want me to raise to the higher level of life, higher and higher. Just make me understand in my language that I understand. Map it to my system. Help me that. So I go all out and take responsibility for your vision for me. Let me flare and get more integrated to you, Paramashiva. Nai Mahadeva.
Let us all have this one thing as our powerful cognition. Today we learned about what is invincibility, the secrets of invincibility, and the three important powerful cognitions that we need to have to manifest this Ajayatva space of Subramanya, to manifest that invincibility.
Thin stick or a toothpick or something like that, through which, using which you can draw the yantra. We will be actually showing you all a video, and they can put that Bhasma after Swamiji energizes. You will see it will do the healing. Any effect, any impact that you want it to have on your system, when you get this energized, it will do the desired repercussion that you want. It will bestow you with that just with the purpose that you chanted for, and you apply whichever purpose you chanted for: healing, manifesting wealth, manifesting health, or any reason. Use this Aushadha, which is energized with the energy of Bhagavān Subramanya. Ajayatva means invincibility. Subramanya, like Swamiji beautifully explained, Subramanya means he's best of the cosmos. Su means best. Brahmanya means cosmos. The best of the cosmos, Subramanya, Soma Sanda. When you connect to him, he's the embodiment of victory, valor, courage. When you connect to Subramanya, he intensely manifests inside of you with that same energy, strength, and he directly manifests as a result, the desired results that you want to create in your life. To all of you that are sitting here with us, every one of you, we request you all to take a few minutes and please bring either a plate of bhasma, which is sacred ash, or kumkum, or sandalwood powder, or turmeric. Please take a few minutes. Even a small plate should be, and please do bring a small, a thin stick or a toothpick or something like that, through which, using which you can draw the yantra. We will be actually showing you all a video and where Swamiji is drawing the yantra. And I request every one of you to please draw it along. Now, understand, all of us, everyone that are going to be receiving the initiation, Swamiji revealed to us, we all revisited the three secrets. Swamiji revealed in the previous Paramashivoham level 3, Swamiji revealed the three important secrets in addition to the first one, which is never questioning a guru. Swamiji also gave additionally 2 more steps for Ajayatva, manifesting the invincibility. These 3 are the secrets that even Swamiji's inner space, how Swamiji applies it in his life. In front, for all of us, we can see in front of our eyes how Swamiji, no matter what attack, no matter what persecution, what comes, nothing can shake Swamiji. You can never ever, not alone causing some kind of a destruction or anything, you can never even take away the smile from Swamiji's face, no matter what crisis happens in life. That secret to invincibility, that secret of what makes Swamiji invincible, that exact secret is what all of us learned today. To all of you, those who attended the full day program, all of you would have heard the 3 important secrets that Swamiji revealed. Today, all of us will be initiated into those 3 secrets. One is never questioning the Pati, the Guru, questioning a bound soul and the bondage, the Pashu and Pasha, but never the Pati. The second secret is always having a beginner's mind, where you're ready to learn, like Shishya Bhavamurti, where Paramashiva, being the all-knower, the embodiment of everything, you all can see the picture and draw exactly as per the picture. This is exact yantra that embodies Subramania's inner space. Literally, the Ajayatva, the inner space of Subramanya laid out in the cosmic geometry is Subramanya yantra. And we can see Paramashiva himself drawing the Subramanya yantra. And we request all of you to take a few minutes and please slow along.
This Mukona is Nara. Sorry, this the upside. This Bindu, downside is Nara. This is Kala. Nara Bindu Kaladi Namo. This is the Sakshiratva. Clear? Power. Now you should know very clearly, easily getting influenced is your powerlessness. And you should science of yantra. See, all the Subramanyas, Anga Devata, Avarana Devata, everything is installed in that. All the energies are installed in that through the light drawings. So this is the cartoon of Subramanya. Subramania's energy is radiated with this with a particular mantra. The Vibhuti will completely infuse Subramania's energy with this chanting now, and energy is in process. So if the Vibhuti is distributed and applied, the Subramanya grace will be 100%. You see 71 corners will be there. For Devi Matti is triangle. For Subramanya 71 corners. If you count, you see 71 corners will be there. Because mainly this yantra will create the Subramania's energy and take people out of fear and destroying the needs. Chatu Samhara. And I infuse the energy of Ashtasiddhi, Ashtakarma in that. Ashtasiddhis, you know, like Mahima, Prapti, Shikramashitvam, all that. Ashtakarma means Satyam, Stambanam, Mohanam, Agrushanam, Vidveshanam, Bharanam, Manam. These are the Ashtakarmas. There's one more. Satyam, Mohanam, Stambanam, Bharanam, Vidveshanam, Agrushanam, Ucharanam, Manam. Means these are the 8 powers. Extraordinary powers. You can just mesmerize anybody, or you can just create romance in anybody towards anybody. See, mesmerizing only towards you. Creating romance in somebody towards somebody, or towards you. That's the second power. And Bharanam, make them mad, completely imbalanced. Ucharanam, make them completely agitated. Vidveshanam, they do not know what for they are functioning. Vidveshanam. Agrushanam, giving them tremendous power to be successful. Agrushanam. Ucharanam, again, giving them the tremendous intelligence for strategy plan. Agrushanam is physical power, Ucharanam is mental power. Blessing them, let you have Ucharanam to do what you want. Manam, finishing it up completely. These are the 8 extraordinary powers. Subramanya plays with the powers. So, he is surrounded by the Ashtama Siddhis. See, Ashtasiddhis do personal seva. Ashtakarmas do the outside seva for him. Means like without touching the body, any seva is done. It is a second level service, like a security and all that. So, the second level service is done by the Ashtakarmas. First level service is done by Ashtasiddhis. Those are all energies. And He is sitting with a dharma, adharma, vairagya, avairagya, aishwarya, anaishwarya. All these are different components of the cosmos. Kamadhenu, Kalpavriksha, Parijata, Ratnasimhasana, Samminnala, these are all his glory. He is sitting in the Ratnasimhasana, which is under the Kalpavriksha, which is covered by the Parijata, where Kamadhenu is standing and serving him and ready to give anything you want. Ratnasimhasana is the throne. Samminnala, a beautiful Agadi, I don't know English word. The water body, sacred water body. Samminnala. So these are all the heavenly objects which gives whatever you want. The powers, and then with the 12 hands and 18 eyes, 6 faces, and the eternal aura, Surya Prabhavali, because he is born out of the fire, he is Surya Prabhavali. For Krishna, Chandra Prabhavali. Krishna is a more cool, that aura means the Prabhavali. So this is Surya Prabhavali. So Trishul is the protection. For Krishna, moon will be the thing. So that kind of weapon as a protection. So this is like a Jnana Sloka. Now whatever I described, Jnana Sloka, and the Bijakshara, Sarahana Bhava, Bijakshara. So this yantra will be the auspicious yantra, Mangala yantra. So it is not specially aiming for some purpose. Mangala means your presence is what we need. So if it is a special purpose, so to that direction the main bindu should be directed. The main triangle is the center should be directed to Marana, Vidveshana, Radashana, Ucharana. If that is directed, that special power towards that energy will concentrate. So now what I did is a Mangala. We want your presence, that's all. We are not asking anything special. To kill somebody or to mesmerize somebody or to create romance somebody. No, we are not asking any special things. We want your presence and blessings. That's why yantra, purpose of this yantra.
Us are going to be receiving this initiation today. Some of the most important initiations we all learned about the 3 important sacred secrets, the 3 main secrets we need to know to manifest invincibility, which Swamiji revealed. Then we all understood about Tyagaraja, the embodiment of how in Swargaloka it is not any other deity that is the chief deity of Swarga, but it is Tyagaraja.
How many of you here want to be successful in and requesting Swamiji's blessings? Put in your intention. Whoever wants this, because today you'll have a huge breakthrough. Understand? Cosmically, the whole alignment is that just to give you a breakthrough. It's time now. Let's enter into preparing ourselves to receive the darshan, and we are going to be posting the link where you can put in your intention today.
Request every one of you please sit straight. Let us all get ready to receive the darshan of Bhagavan Somaskandamurti and Shishya Bhavamurti forms of Paramashiva. We will be chanting the Dhyana Shloka of this very form of Paramashiva. Please sit straight. Dakshalambitavamaniddritapadam krishnam mrigam chabhayam tankam chadhratam varam chakatake vibhranaya vamake vamalambitanidritaya padaya devyayutam madhyatah skandhenabjakaradvena sahitam somaguhesham bhaje. Now, the same space. Let us all get ready to receive the darshan. Please sit straight with your head, neck and spine in a straight line. Chanta Mahavakya. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.